How you all doing out there? Are you ready? Are you ready to get Star-Lord? I know I sure as heck am. I am pumped up on this man. Nah, I don't think he's a world beater. There's gonna be, I think, some modes he will be a little bit better in than he will be in others. I think that is clear. Also, we've got Deathless Guillotine right up there, right up there, right there on the screen for you. We're gonna warm up a little bit with a little bit of the side quest, the fractured safari, as opposed to the regular one. And I think he's going to probably shine in potentially Coliseum. Potentially. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. And then, if they follow what they did, they being Kabam on this one, you're like, thanks. We did not know who they was up until then. But man, you have cracked the case, Vega. Thank you for that. What's up, Amon? How you doing? Ghost Runner, how are you, man? Hopefully the glitch incursions don't get glitched. Back up, man. We will find out. And we will find out together. We'll hold hands. We'll be a support group. Zeus, what's up, dude? To White, how you doing? Who's your daddy? What is going on? Can I get a shout out to Concuss? What's up, man? Yeah, the concussion, man. That I was actually listening back to that stream. What am I doing? I'm in the. Oh no. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I was listening back on that. I like to kind of often listen back on these things to kind of get some tips, see like what I think like landed, what didn't land, what seemed enjoyable, what didn't seem enjoyable, that sort of stuff. Like self-critique, that sort of thing. And I was like, dude, I think we had a lot of fun yesterday. And I wouldn't be upset if we kept some of them jokes going. Kept some of them jokes going. They were pretty good, I thought. Y'all were funny yesterday. Bro, Kushala worth ring 5s? I'm sorry, dude, absolutely, Amon. She is going to be one of the champions I think about. I'm not going to be able to rank 5 a champion when this Coliseum is over. I won't have enough of the necessary materials. And she is a champion that I would highly consider. She's one of my favorite champions to play. Like, all jokes aside, I did get to be part of the design process with her. The reason why I won't, if I don't, and I'll try to make this as clear as I can when I do it, is I think she would just get banned all the time in Battlegrounds. And I am enjoying Battlegrounds. I'm enjoying streaming Battlegrounds with you all, and I'm enjoying it. And so far, I've managed to prevent it from totally taking over my life, which is one of the reasons why I stopped playing it as much as I was, right? Like, if you've watched my channel for a while, you know that, like, I was often flirting with that lowest level of Celestial, and I'd get there, and then I'd be like, dude, I just literally played for a whole day. I can't do this. And I'm finding so far, the experiment so far has been good, that I'm able to kind of, I play off stream, I do, but I've been playing a lot on stream. And then when I play off stream, I'm able to kind of say no to it. I don't know how else to put that. I think you guys know what I mean, though, when it comes to video games, that like the thing where the video game's like, play me. You know you want to play. You know that you want. Come sit down. It'll just take a few minutes. And I've been able to kind of ignore that pretty well. So I've been happy with that. So if I don't take her to rank 5, that's why. Otherwise, dude, yeah, she's a phenomenal rank 5. I wouldn't want her to get banned. Good luck and thanks for all the content. You got it, Doris. Thank you so much for being here. MCoC Gamer. Yeah. Sombra, what's up, dude? Here to support you. Thank you so much, Sombra. Oh, yeah. What's up, dude? Thanks for kind of... I'm just going to probably, you'll be Aussie on this side. You can be Aussie when I turn my head this way. Sombra over here, Let's see. Was this tough at all? Encroaching root, Achilles heel. What's going on? Reduce all damage except special attacks, heavy attacks, and unblockable attacks. Okay. Polka dot power on a mole man. Kabam's getting clever. They're getting clever, man. They're trying to make this difficult on people. I don't know why. I don't know what that's all about. What is this? Both champions start with indefinite combo shield. When either champion blocks an attack, they are inflicted with a bleed. Okay. The defender starts with an indefinite brace. Oh, this is when we have to like interrupt their yeah, you interrupt their special attacks. We saw this. What was that on, like a Mordo? Or no, not a Mordo. It was on a Heimdall. Yeah, it was a Heimdall with a huge sword. Okay, is that it? Evasive maneuvers. Okay. What an unusual set of quests and nodes. Beta Ray Bill crushes it, and he's Saga. You got that. All right, cool, cool. Hey, Stink, what's up, dude? Vega's video game voice sounded like me trying to get my wife in the mood. You're trying to, you know, people cancel me on that one. I was gonna do the voice and like say things and make that and try to add on to the humor that you've already brought to it, but you know that was gonna get clipped, and people would be like, "Would you believe what this man said? How dare he want to romantically interact with his wife? God, that is so infuriating." Be like, "What? When did that become wrong? When did that become wrong? Please, for the love of God, there is a lot wrong in the world, and that is not it." I love you, Stink, man. I love you, man. I'm gonna see my boys this weekend. I'm traveling for work, and I don't remember the nodes at all anymore. I'm traveling for work, and this is it. This is the options. The hell is this? What is going on? Who designed this game? Where are we? Defeat Rhino. Defeat the faction with Saga chat. Okay, all right. I'll do what I have to do, I guess. I realize Fractured's the glitched incursion is about to start, and we will definitely reset the game and do that no matter where we are in this quest. I'm going to see my boys this weekend. I'm traveling down to the Los Angeles area. Again, it's a small town. Some of you may have heard of it. And most of my buddies, like my like, I have a lot of friends. Yeah, like I'm like you all, you know, like we have a lot of friends. We have like, are they friends? Are they acquaintances? Or somewhere in this space? And then you've got like your boys, though, right? Like these are my boys. Like we met first year of college, and college is a long time ago for all of us. And I'm so pumped up to see him, man. I'm so pumped up to see him. I don't remember why I started telling you that, but who cares? All right, we got a bunch of oh, okay, Jean Grey. There we go. Once I saw Jean, I knew everything would be a-okay. And let's try Mr. Sinister. He's good at things. And in case we see a nasty rhino along the way, we will bring along Mr. Knight. What's up, oh man, Easy? How you doing, man? OME. Dude, I'm sorry about Upside's first war, your first war experience in Upside. That is not usually what we do. For those who are like, what the hell? You know, my alliance is Upside, and I'll be honest, I did not realize the war season started. And so I forgot to send out an announcement on it. And so I think we even have like, we have a duplicate defender, and then we have like 4 or 5 defenders missing open nodes. So I apologize. That's not the kind of errors we typically make. We doing another West Coast meetup like Frankincense? Dude, hey, were you there, Dynamics? Were you one of the guys? That was fun. I ended up having a lot of fun at that. I would like to do that. I'm thinking something in like the Long Beach or Orange County area at some point this year. Yeah, I think there's a lot of groups, because then we could pull from Southern California, throughout Southern California, obviously. TB, what's up, dude? Thanks for being here. What's up, Riddler? How you doing, man? What champion is going to be great for incursions? So I highly recommend you watch MCoC Noob's Guide. It is phenomenal. I know that you're not shocked at all that MCoC Noob would put out an amazing guide, but I followed it. We went itemless in run 1. I will be following a version of it here in run 2. I was able to get the objectives done, like the whole kit and caboodle. Like it is just prime noob. Like yeah, let's just leave it at that. I mean, the guy's the GOAT. There's a reason. My only requests are asked, and I will say this every time I can think of it to bring him up and it fits, is the special. Okay, is I know that he goes so many extra miles, dude. Like the saying doesn't even make sense for him with how far he goes, as far as making sure people know what to do. Is I am aware as a fellow YouTuber, I'm aware that what people do sometimes, not all people, I know not you guys, but what a lot of other people do is when you put all of that information just on the screen for them, what they just do is they just take a screenshot and then they close out the app. Don't hit thumbs up, don't hit a comment, or anything of that nature. Wow, I'm glad we did a warm-up fight. This is good. And so what I would ask is, dude, when someone puts that much, anyone puts that much work into it, this is pure warm-up, guys. We're gonna pretend like that didn't happen. Is watch the whole video. Just leave it on in the background, man. Hit it up. Obfuscate. You trying to make me say words you know I can't say. So just please, just leave it on. Put it on the background. Make a comment. Share it in your line chat or something. Like, get the guy the credit he deserves. The side quest is not an automatic game. You actually have to pay attention. That's what I'm realizing literally right now in front of your very eyes. Okay, I do see that Incursions is live now anyway, so it's a moot point. It's a moot point. Where's my Incursions? All right, we'll reset the game. We'll be right back. I'm not actually going anywhere.
Thanks, dude.
Dude, what did we get there? Dude, a gifted subscription. Thank you so much. Dynamics, thank you very much. Wow. She was under the Saga tag, wasn't she? It shows I wasn't really paying attention, I'll be honest. And then we just had the subscribe. Thank you so much, Dynamics. I appreciate it. Was that you subscribing, Dynamics? Would want to make sure you get the everyone gets the proper credit for those sorts of things. But thank you, Zeus. That'll help me when I go back in, and I'll know not to use Gene. All right. We're going to be using the Bleed Power Sting build here. And yeah, dude, I was there. I was really fun. And then we hung out at BJ. Yeah. You say when I'll do. That's awesome, Dynamics. That's cool, man. I really appreciate that. I thought I had a great time, and my boy picked me up. The guy that picked me up, if you remember, if you were still there, that's one of my guys. That's one of my boys from college I was talking about. So yeah, I would love to do that again. Might be, like I said, more in the Long Beach area, but I mean, that's just North Orange County, basically. Yeah, but it was, okay, cool. Thank you very much, Dynamics. I really appreciate that a lot. Where's Incursions? Oh no, that is not what we want to see. That is not what we want to see. This is not what I want to see. I shall repeat myself in saying this is not what I want to see. Or am I suffering blindness? Streamer blindness is a real affliction. If you guys are seeing it, let me know. I'm trying to go very slowly, very deliberate. Why am I in the Crucible? What the heck was I doing? I'm curious about this. Let's find out. Oh yeah, I was trying to get better with Soulbark. I remember this. Okay. No, it's just not there. Cool. Good. Good. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to take a moment and collect myself. I feel collected. They always do this. You know what, King? I feel like it is consistent enough that they do this, that saying they always do this is fair. I try to avoid, what are those called? Like, not the extremes. I try to avoid the absolutes, especially because, here's why I'll tell you I try to avoid the absolutes in this particular scenario here with Kabam, is because often Kabam and the various people who enjoy being like the status of being associated with Kabam, they'll be like, it's not always, and you're like, that's the point you're gonna stick on, not, hey, we run a game and we tell you things are going to be live and we would enjoy for you to show up and play our game, and we are sorry that it's not available when we said it would be, much less when we originally said it would be. And so I understand your frustration. And you know what? We should do better. No, instead of that, we're going to get, it's not always. And I'm just like, I've had enough of you. I really like do not enjoy this experience. And it is so weird that people who provide something that's supposed to be entertaining and enjoying so often react as if you are annoying them. Oh my God. Incursions usually drops in late in the game. Oh, cool. It's gonna show in a couple hours. Good. Okay, cool. That's good. Well, let's see. We're here. I'm here. And oh, dude, we just got a nice donation. Thank you so much, Reaper. Thank you so much. And before I go too far on the little mini rant. I'm okay using the term rant for that. I believe that I should go and reread the post from Mr. Source Rex, because he may have written it. There's a chance. Every once in a while, it is me making the mistake, and I do not want to misrepresent the facts. That is never my intention, unless I'm trying to be humorous. Let's go ahead, and I don't think you guys can see this, and I apologize. I'm just bringing this up. I'm just bringing up the thing. Quick update on glitch incursions. The first round has been extended 24 hours to better align with the typical event cadence in game. In order to give the second round of glitch incursions time to spawn properly, round 2 will be starting on Thursday, January 29th, and will run the following Thursday instead of Wednesday. Objectives related. Okay, so there, no time is given. Maybe we're supposed to know. Maybe we're supposed to know that it wouldn't be at the time that everything else starts and goes live. Maybe we're supposed to know that. Maybe we're supposed to know that incursions just is like its own beast. It's its own animal. It's like on vacation time. Maybe it's on island time. Incursions is on island time. It's having its daiquiri, and it's Mai Tai. It's on the beach. It's surfing, and when it's done, it'll show up. I think that's how it is. New drops is on. There's new drops. Now that would be hype. Now that would get me going. Where are you seeing that, bud? Where are you seeing new drops? Because if drops are on, now that's cool. But I'm not seeing that on Kabam's Discord. So I'm not saying you're wrong. What I'm saying is that I'm just not seeing it. Oh, it's coming. Oh, got it. I get it. Yeah, I would imagine on Friday when their stream goes live. I will be doing a watch party for that stream, and then I will continue to stream afterwards, so that people can get their drops and we can hang out and talk about what we saw and stuff like that. Pinwell said he is checking on incursions. Thank you very much, Dink. I appreciate that. Pinwell just commented. Where are you guys seeing that? If you don't mind, because I'd like to get the information to everyone. Is it on their Discord? Also, since we've established that incursions is just on island time, on vacation, like, is it appropriate to bother it in that way, shape, or form? We might get a testy response from incursions, especially if it works for Kabam. Like, you just don't know. You don't know what you're gonna get. We got the team working on a good one. Don't worry. Fenwell, you made me laugh on this one, man. I will. That's hilarious. So for those who don't know, someone on Kabam's official Discord said, "What's the excuse today, Kabam?" And Pinwheel responded, "We've got the team working on a good one. Don't worry." And then in what are those called? Parentheses, I think they're called, right? We're investigating the issue, and once I know, I'll pass it along. See, I love a good. It's like when they did the Kabam emote, where I'm like, if you don't take yourself so seriously and like be pissy, it's all right. Like I'm laughing now. Like I'm not like happy, but at least I'm like, they're aware. They're not trying to be like, we never make mistakes. I don't know what you're talking about. And you're like, okay, you obviously don't remember yesterday, but sure, that's fine. It's hard to take you seriously. So here he is. I let my cat pick from multiple options written on paper. This is a joke. I just have to tell him that he's cracking my ass up. Yeah. Sorry, I probably should have pulled this up on the thing, but he's cracking me up, dude. All right. I guess let's do the side quests. Let's do the side quests. And when Incursions is up, if you all could let me know, I'll do my best to kind of leave this up to Pinwheel, dude. All right. Let's do this. I'm glad you all are finding this funny, Aussie. It's like they had a sale. What was their sale? It was like the samurai sale, and like the store just flat out wasn't working, right? And I was just like, well, let's just try to be funny for a while and entertain. And I think we did that for like 45 minutes. It was pretty wild. Where I was like, oh, da 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 da. Retro, what's up? So I guess Incursions said I could have sworn Rex. Yeah, he did say the 29th. It seems like you wrote your comment a while ago, so the timing's probably a little off. But yeah, they're on it. They're on it. All right. So okay. So I guess Caro. They're trying to make me use Toad. I see what they're doing, and it's not going to work. I refuse to use that thing. Let's try Chi. And this sucks, because I wanted to use Mr. Knight against the Rhino. But it does not appear as though I'm going to be able to do that. Which is unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Use Chi. She smokes Rhino. See, I would have thought that she wouldn't be very good against him because of his whole reducing the ability accuracy of bleeds, but maybe it still works out. She does obviously have the halt. The halt? I think it's just called the halt. No, Nico's got halt. I don't know. She's got something. She's got the goods, man, to turn off Unstoppables. I used Chi from Old Man, worked well. All right, thanks, T-White. They are fixing it as we speak. Thank you, Mr. Egg. How you doing, man? Thanks for being here, bud. Grit, there it is. You got to get grit. If any of you are parents, you've been parents anywhere from literally today through, I'd say probably about 15 years, you're aware of the thing where there's every book was like, you got to teach your kids grit, man. If they don't have grit, they're just not going to make it through life. Grit is the #1 source of success for every individual who's ever been happy in their whole lives. And by happy, we mean rich, because that's what life is about. I was like, I don't think I'm going to read this book. All right, what are we doing here? All right, let's do something. Let's do Carol. Work! What's up, dude? I'm guessing something happened again. Yeah, you know. Incursions is on... What I decided earlier was that Incursions just operates on island time. It's constantly, drinking a daiquiri, a Mai Tai. Just having a good time. Like, you can't blame Incursions, you know? It just doesn't do things like the rest of us. That's all. Dude, she hits like a freaking truck. What is going on? I think I'm seeing why people put out guides on this one. Holy cow. This feels like a step up in difficulty from the previous. I love the slow walk up though. There's nothing that brings me joy in the morning like the slow walk up with a nice little light intercept from the AI. Those are the things that we look forward to every day. And then just holding on to their specials, just refusing to throw it. Like this is what you go to bed dreaming about, you know? It's like, hey, the next morning, I would love it if all of these happened. Incursions doesn't show up. AI doesn't throw specials. Just love it. Grit is, in the words of Joe Dirt, you got to keep on keeping on. They're a bunch of island boys. Oh. What's up, Jamie? Thanks for being here, buddy. Incursion timers have been problematic for years, as far as I can remember, because they're always on island time, man. Hard to be surprised when there's an issue with them at this point. That work, you've never once failed to bring levity to the situation, and I appreciate it. Incursion is already appearing for some people. Okay, no one can play Incursions at the moment. All right. Carolina solos. Yeah, I'm more focused on not being annoyed and more trying to be humorous and laugh about this than I am my gameplay at the moment. Never expect anything to work at this game at release. Sammy. Sammy, I'm sorry I just said your name. Because you know... Oh, no, Sam. Sammy, I apologize for any harm that may come to you, whether that be physical or mental, for your purely innocent and true and factual statement. I apologize now. In fact, it was a different Sammy. It was like, I don't know, it was someone cosplaying as Sammy. Yeah, that's what it was. We'll go with that. Alright, I'm tired of dying to Jabari Panther. The brutal 505 defender that she is. I would prefer to not do this anymore. Oh, is she in the... Wow, okay. That's how it's gonna be. Oh, she's in the hunt? I swear I've played before. I promise you guys. You guys saw me play yesterday. I've played the game before. Now, yesterday was the first time I'd ever played, but I think it went well. Why will she not die? Please, just go away. Dust? Dust was OP. I didn't see Dust on the options, was she? It felt like the options were really limited. What's up? Zacharoo, what's up, dude? I use Chi for Jabari also. Do you just use Chi everywhere, man? Love it. I thought the L1 would take it. You and me both. We were together on that one. For Score Girl, don't do a heavy or SB1 attack or she will wreck you. Only light attacks. All right. Thank you. As you can see, I do need the help today for sure. I used X23. She killed it this week. I'm glad they found somewhere the X23. They were like, hey guys, everyone caught on. X23 is not very good. Shit. Can you whip up something real quick to make her look good? What does she do again? I don't know. No one does. Okay. I'm on it. I don't know. Something about frenzy? Oh, man. Damaging effects deal 25% more damage to the defender, and they take... Okay. You said to use chi. All right. I'm going to trust you, man. I'm going to trust you. Oh, dude, yeah. Chi's amazing. I'm glad to hear that. Like, I love hearing things like that, man. Was this polka dot power? What's going on? Why do we not... Okay, I've obviously messed up here. Gonna use that as an opportunity to read the nodes. The attacker gains no power from letting... Yeah, there's polka dot power. Damaging effects deal 2% more. Fractured arena. This is obviously Mole Man's kit. This caused me the problems. Got to get him in frenzy. Yeah, okay. Thanks, guys. Incursions won't be up for a while. All right, we'll just have fun. I had set this time aside in my like day schedule, so we'll just play the game, and that sucks. I wanted to do Incursions and get Star-Lord live with everybody, but we'll do our best here. Where do you find glitch Incursions? Well, that's part of the problem, isn't it? Now, Ethan, they're not there for anyone. Yeah, Incursions down. Incursions not around. All right. Come on, Mr. Mole Man. The cool thing is, at least no one was excited about this round of Incursions. Like, it was just normal Incursions. There wasn't like a super hyped up champion or like year-long chase or anything like that. Not like a, you know, like a fan favorite character from movies and comics. That's what's cool about it, is that this was just normal. Who could have seen this coming? Regular old Incursions. People just want their artifacts. And open up another Incursions crystal, you know, for another shot at, I think, like Void. Void? I don't know. No one even knows. That's the beauty of it. Is there's as many people that know what's in the Incursions crystal as there are that know how X23 works. And so that's what's good. That's what's good. Is when these things come up, it's better if they are in the meaningless stuff. You know what I mean? All right. Do we just get another follow? Thank you so much for the follows, guys. As you know, that is a big deal as we try to get the Twitch side going. Purple Tarzan, how you doing? Kyle, thanks for being here. David, Brian as well. Jeez, I'm sorry I missed so many of you all. Thank you very much. I actually like the First Dimension Arcade. I know my opinion isn't the basis, but that's just one. But this one just sucks balls. It has nothing to do with MCoC. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm glad. And thank you for speaking up and saying that you liked it. Like, I think that is important, you know? And I think it's important that if I understand you correctly, you're saying, like, I actually liked it. It wasn't like, the rewards were good. So I chose to do this while, you know, doing 14 other things. You're saying, like, I liked it. That's good. Thank you for saying so. This is the most demand for Incursions I have ever seen. Same here, Stink. Everyone's like, I want to Incurs. I want to Incurs. What are we doing here? Knocking down. Uh-oh, this could be a small problem. How am I going to do this? All my champions want to knock people down. They're knockdown champions. Steve, is that you? I could swear I saw Steve out of the corner. Yeah, what's up, dude? It got this. It's on vacation, man. It cannot be bothered. It might not make the plane. It doesn't even know. It's drinking a Bacardi right now. You know what I mean? It's got a rum and coke. It's feeling good. It's with Mrs. Incursions. They're on like a honeymoon. Come on, dude. You know you want to throw it. And he's like, no, actually I don't. Come on, dude. He's like, nope, I'd rather back you into a corner and obliterate you. That's what I want to do. Cool, 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 cool. Control Alt Delete. People are saying they're up for them now after restart. All right, cool. Let's do that. Thanks, work. I was enjoying Fractured Safari though, dude. I was really having a good time. Can confirm on your end? Yep, and that's exactly what he did. He's like, all right, boss. Hold on. Now I've got you cornered. How about an SB2 to the face? Do you like that? You shouldn't ask for it if you don't like it. If that's not what you wanted, that's your fault. All right, all right. Let's go. Let's find out together. Let's see. Y'all ready to see the face of disappointment? Here it comes. Hey, there it is. Let's go, y'all. All right. Follow Noob's Guide. Do better than me. It sounds like I'm talking to my kids. Be better than me. All right. Defeat Rhino and the Fracture. Okay, that's not us. Defeat Force. That's also not us. Where's the thing? It's here somewhere, right? Okay. 30 opponents with tech skill. Okay, cool. Let's go. We got to go fast, man. I did not plan on spending 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Just kind of screwing around. But it was fun though. You guys are a fun group to screw around with though. I will admit that. All right, so there and there. They are good bleeders, dude. I'm going to bring my best bleeders. And we're going to crush this. Let's go have some fun. You guys like fun? All right. I got my trusty noob guide with me. Nick Fury? Yeah. I like Chi, man. I like my girl Chi. Nick's good, though. Don't get me wrong. He's a solid option. Bam ain't releasing nothing. They're like, would you like a battle pass to find your way to Incursions? No! No, I would not. You sure? What if we say it's exclusive or special? Nope, still not that. If we put it in the events tab. Hemostatic charge. All right, so for this one, my boy Noob is saying hemostatic charge. Inflicting bleeds applies a power sing. You know what I'm wondering about this though is like, and I must. How am I going to take down Ultron? Special counter. Shock. Thank you, Adam. Elena's OP for the bleed power scene. I'll do my cosmic run today. Go forth. Godspeed. Yo, what's up? Happy Starlord Day, Kurt. Dude, Kurt with the purple hat. That's awesome, man. Thank you. Too late to go back now? What's up, Dark Skies? What are we too late for? What did I do wrong? You tell me. Please, do tell. Do tell. I think the idea is that Okoye is going to handle it, but we'll see. Like I said, I really am like, if I make mistakes, I'd like to save you guys items. You asked about Ultron worth all bleed champs. All right, we'll find out. If it really becomes an issue, I'll just swap one of these champs out and we'll bring in Spider-Woman. I think Spider-Woman was like my MVP of let's get us to Star-Lord. You got that right. Kurt, I got you in stereo, man, and it feels good, man. a visual stereo right now. I got HeatlyBros on both sides, and I'm really happy about it. I'll hop over to Twitch as well to make sure. Dude, thank you so much. Dude, Kurt, I don't know how this didn't happen forever ago. And then I think I already did it on this side. No. Do you not want to? Oh, okay, I did. All right, cool. It was like, you want to block HeatlyBros? It's just like, no, that's the exact opposite of what we're trying to do around here. All right, what's the node? Okay, cool. There might be more mistakes in this one than there was in run 1 because I need to move a lot faster. Because like I said, of how much time I actually allotted for this. All right, so far so good. Her shock is OP. Yeah, it is. Buff cornucopia, Hyperion gun cook. Have some fun, Adam. With great power comes great responsibility. You got that right, Kurt. You got that right. It's Autistus. Very clever name. I use Occasional Bullseye and Sinister with the Stun Relic when you SPA hemostatic. Okay. Okay, if I start to have trouble, I'll move over to something else. As right now, I'm just going to roll with this. That felt fine, but thank you. I do appreciate it. Really do. My game is glitching. I haven't been able to play Incursions in 2 days. I'm sorry, James. What do we got here? Dude, did we hit... Dude, we hit another follow goal. It feels like we're hitting them like every stream now. Thank you so much, everybody. Autist, ADD, and autism. Yeah. I got artist. There's a lot of clever stuff going on. Why is that being held? That's weird. Unless you just got me to say something. I don't think any of those are bad. Held a message for a reason. Smart detection. Yeah. I don't see why that message was held. If you guys know more than I do about a lot of this stuff, so but yeah. Thanks so much for being here, buddy. I don't think there was like a super until zone 5. Ooh, I think let's go ahead and enhance our shocks. Yeah, let's do it. For our girl Okoye there. This feels weird to already have another boss hack. I think we're applying enough bleeds where I don't think an entropic shield is going to be a big deal, and I feel like the toxic siphon might be nice. So yeah, just run it a second time, and as long as you do all the stuff, you should be good to go. You're a fellow. My day's going really well, buddy. Like any day I get to do this is a day. I'll just be honest. I wake up most days feeling like very, very happy and contented and feeling very fortunate with my life. And then I get to do this, and I'm just like, little kid me is amazed, bewildered that this is what I get to do with my time. So yeah. Yeah, I'm doing wonderfully. How about yourself? They just try to flag potentially offensive words. You can tune it. I'm just trying to figure out what of those words could have been even possibly offensive. But if it's like a sinister thing, don't even worry about explaining it to me. That's not where my mind goes. And I'm not hip to all the cool lingo the kids use these days. So it could be as simple as that. Gonna use Aegon first, then I'll try Sentry. Right on, Miku. All right, now it's go time. Oh man, look at this. This is gonna be beautiful. I am noticing that I am not playing particularly well today. We'll see how that goes for the rest of the stream. But that, like, I even just missed that parry. That wasn't my phone. That wasn't the game. That was just me just flat out missing a parry against Spider-Woman. Jim, and you can't get a hold of Kabam support. Dude, it's funny. It's like, it's not funny at all. Funny in the, like, not humorous sense of the word at all. I feel like that's customer support now, like, in the world. And I'm sorry. There was a bug on stream yesterday. And one of my viewers pointed it out to me. They're like, actually, that was a bug. That was just flat wrong. And they had taken a couple of screenshots and they showed me. And they're like, are you going to like report it to, and I was like, no. Which sucks, but like, thank you so much for the follows. Those are incredibly helpful. But it's like, I know how this goes as having played this game forever, as someone who, like, you know, runs a business, runs a household. Like, I know how it goes with customer service. Oh, she's shocking me too, isn't she? Oh, this is gonna be not enjoyable. Don't fight a lot of nebulas in my time. Anyways, so it's like, as annoying as that bug is, it's a bug that has existed in this game for literally years. And the idea of emailing Kabam support, answering a million different questions, like, what were you wearing the first time you ever made a purchase with your credit card? Haha, trick question. You weren't wearing anything. You know, I'm just like, it's my own effing account. Like, I'm not looking to, like, change the email or anything. I just am saying that this bug occurred. Why am I having to prove ridiculous stuff? And then they'll be like, oh, you know, I don't know. You get, like, some other email later, and then they're like, okay, we're sending this to my supervisor. And I get it. It's not the fault of any of the individual people. It's not their fault. Getting upset with them is, like, just not appropriate. It's not their fault. But I was like, no, I don't think I will. I'll just avoid this and just accept that this is a bug of the game that will potentially pop up all the time. Dread, what's up, dude? This will become a problem later. Like, right now, the health pools are small enough. I don't think this is a massive issue. But, this is not going to fit my I need to go fast mentality here. And we may see future nebulas. Well, what's the solution here, guys? What do you think? Keep a cosmic? I guess I could go with Medusa, because she gets bleed sometimes too. Or I could just run like shoot. What about Absorbing Man? Not Absorbing Man. I think you guys will see why I made that mistake. Maybe Cole. Not Cole. What the hell's that guy's name? Serpent. I think we're gonna have to go with Serpent. Got him highly ranked. He's tough to kill. His damage ramps nicely. So even if like I'm not getting a ton of ramp from my hacks, you know, he'll eventually get there for me. He's even got the immortality. Basically all the reasons he's good. I think are why I'm probably gonna go with him. He even shuts down evade, right? Is that what his thing does? It's evade and miss, I think, and then his special attacks are unblockable. So he kind of gets around all of them. Or just go Spider-Woman. Yeah, you're right, because Spider-Woman would take advantage of the power stings, correct? And I have been selecting, and will continue selecting things that benefit that. So yeah, I think unfortunately Chi's got to go, which sucks because I wanted to play Chi, but I need to go as fast as possible today. Given that we spent the first 40 minutes just screwing around. Yeah, I'm a little conflicted on Serpent versus Spider-Woman. But I've got to obviously make the change to one of them. And I guess I could always try one, and then if it's just not working out, go to the other. Maybe we'll start off with... no, I know Spider-Woman's incredible in this. I think I'll start off with her. Yeah, well, I mean, I know you I didn't enjoy Medusa nearly as much in here as I thought I would. Mine's a rank 3. I don't know if rank 3 versus... rank 4 would make as big of a difference. But anything's better than this. And I just forgot that Nebula was immune to shock. I wasn't thinking about it at all. We're almost there. Whew. Anyone ever timed out in Incursions before? I'm really regretting when I said we're almost there, because it tricked me into thinking we really were, and it feels like 5 hours have gone by. Please, just die. Oh, it is so disheartening to see the special take off only 2% health. Please just go down. Thank you. Okay, we can move on. Yeah. We've got it, and I mean, yeah, this was not enjoyable. We will not be doing this. Yelena with Pyrotechnics Relic. It worked well versus Nebula. Yeah, I think the call is just to go with either Spider-Woman or Serp. Just I'm looking. I need to move through this as quickly as I can. I had set some time aside today, and I did not intend to spend the first 40 minutes doing what we did. But thank you. I really appreciate the suggestions, guys. Thank you so much for the follow there, Shadow. I think we're just gonna take the general attack boost. I don't want the stun one. I don't think the power gain's that big a deal. We'll just take buff corn. Let's start off with Spider Woman. I do enjoy playing her quite a bit. I enjoy playing Serpent too, but I enjoy playing Spider Woman more. Just all the swipes, moving around and stuff, dancing around the screen. Last week you used Spider Woman, but I felt she fell off in the last few rooms. Switch to Serpent. That's really interesting. I Spider Woman's like my MVP, but so much can just be like what you ended up having to fight and stuff like that, right? What's this guy got? Thank you so much for the follow, Mexican. Thank you so much, bud. The attack lines. Okay, we'll fight this guy. Try to get this over quick. Oh, that's right, Crazy Canuck. Thank you. I totally had forgotten. I'm not typically used to boosting for a lot of things, actually. Took my war fights today. It definitely boosted for those. In case you didn't already know this, Absorbing Man is ridiculous in the right scenarios. And then, so Solvark. That's who I took my fights with today. Cool. Let's go on. What's up, EL? How you doing, bud? War is going fine. Honestly, I've been so busy with channel stuff and because of it's a work trip I'm taking. I've been a little busier than normal, and then also with the streaming, I totally forgot that the season was starting on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, and I didn't send out the announcement, and we had some bad defense placements and stuff, so we're probably not going to win this one, and I feel bad because that means, if I had just done one thing, I would have, I'd hate to cost our alliance a war for something so stupid, but it is what it is. Got to move on. Thank you so much for the follows. I really do appreciate them. After activating special attack, the defender can invade. Okay, I just want to see how this feels. Yeah, you either get used to the combos of these sorts of champions or you don't. And there may have been someone before that, and I just don't recall who it is. My first memory of this is Quicksilver. And I enjoyed playing Quicksilver, and I thought he was awesome. So I spent the time to kind of get comfortable with it. And, of course, Okoye just being as absurd as she is. Particularly for nodes or modes that I enjoy. Caused me to want to get used to them. And then I play her enough that it's not a problem to stay, kind of current on them. I will say, though, that I don't play Quicksilver very much at all now. And so when I do, I try to purposely kind of almost dumb my gameplay down so I don't make a mistake, because it is easy to make the mistakes. We're pretty early on in the rooms for the boss fights to be lasting this long. I literally did our defensive placement an hour before the matchmaking happened. I mean, at least you got it in. I think it was like one of our BGs, because we have a variety of chats. Like I host the Alliance in my Discord server. So I have like my general Discord server, and then there's chats that are just for the Alliance. And my recollection is I saw one of our BGs doing our filled out, because we basically call our fights and we fill it out. Like we're very much, everyone has to be active. Everyone has to want to play. Everyone has to be active. Everyone has to communicate. And so everyone just fills out their fights. And I saw that and I was like, wait, that's the regular season one. Like, what's going on? And then I logged into the game and I was like, oh man, I messed everybody up. It's it's 12:30. Although you probably don't say 12:30 based on the way you wrote it. Do you just say 30 out of curiosity? The time in the morning. But thank you for being here. You might already even be gone. Franken2, thank you so much. Sobolario, what's up, man? Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for the follows, guys. Biggie, you should make more videos on AW War. I want to be more involved with War. So here's the really crappy thing, Ironside, is so often we are having to deal with the YouTube algorithm. And let me read these notes, just make sure I'm not about to do something totally dumb. And then I'd love to talk about that. Okay, that's not too bad. Then we're back down. Okay. So here's the crappy thing about war videos in particular, but just dealing with YouTube is like, and I actually I'm potentially dealing with this with the tier list, right? We split the tier list, the general tier list, my general tier list of like across the game. We split it into a more PvP formatted one and one that's a bit more PvE, because we feel like those modes are really different and it would change a lot of our rankings and advice we're giving. And so if I combine them, people are going to see champions that are like good in battlegrounds that might not be good everywhere else, or even more worse, like let's say they're really interested in like questing or Coliseum. There's champions, but one of my favorite ones to use is Deathless She-Hulk. She is an excellent, excellent champion. She's just not great in battlegrounds. And so she's a little further down the list. And so we're like, let's just create two separate ones. We spent a ton of time. Like I created whole new spreadsheets and everything. The guys looked it over. And I'm seeing just so much confusion on the lists. And that sort of thing, because they also then hit thumbs down. It doesn't get shared out as much. It then hurts the YouTube performance because the algorithm doesn't push it out as much. And then it's not just about like the amount of money that's made or the effort that went into it, right? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna say like, and I don't care. Of course I care. It'd be dumb to say I don't care. But what it does also do, the compounding like harm or issue, let's call it, is that the people that do like the list and do understand what we're doing, unless they have like notifications on for my channel, which often doesn't work anyway, or they go directly to my page, or they go to their subscription feed, they don't see the video. So the people who don't take the time to understand it, the people who just show up and hit thumb down and go away and don't watch the video where I explain it, like I've shortened the explanation so much, they are actually negatively impacting the experience of the people we're trying to help, because the people we're trying to help don't get to see the video. They don't know it existed. How does this relate to war? You're asking yourself. You're like, cool story, bro. What does this have to do with my question? Yeah, I think the hacks seem to be exactly the same. We're doing so much medium that I'm wondering, I think we're going to take that one. Or maybe we build up. Yeah, let's build up Spider-Woman and the potential Serpent. Is with the war videos. So one of the things we started doing is my alliance started submitting their fights for the war videos. And I thought it was cool. It was a cool way to kind of like, I don't know, like involve the guys, which I obviously want to do. But also, they have cool fights that I didn't take, And so I thought people would enjoy seeing that. But again, because of the algorithm and because a lot of people don't want to see war fights, but I also don't want to like lie to people and say it's not a war video and then it's war fights, The like basically the click ratios of them went down, the click-through rate. So bad to where I think my last one got like 500 views, which it's all relative. For my channel, that is abysmal, like beyond bad. And then that starts to impact like, I went too late. That starts to impact other videos. Nice intercept, Nova, that was good. So I still have not actually decided what exactly I'm going to do there in regard to war videos, because I do like them. I try to do them so that they're actually helpful to everyone. Like, you don't have to be interested in war. It's more like, here's cool uses for these champions against like defenders and nodes. Like, this might be a way this could come up. Kabam does like take those nodes and defenders and they get used elsewhere in the game. So I still am not totally sure where to go. And like I said, I love showing my guys. Like, I love showing the guys in Upside. Like, they're taking new fights. They're trying new things. Like, they're using champions that I don't use or know how to use very well. So it's cool to get that information out. But if it then means that people don't see the video and then it negatively impacts my other videos, that's not good, you know? Hold on, guys. I apologize. There's family stuff coming up. Everyone's fine. It's not an emergency. I'm not asking for prayers or anything, but I do need to handle this. I love my wife, dude. I hope all of you are in really satisfying relationships where you love the person, but you also like them. And I really feel that way about my wife. We've had a long marriage, and we've worked on it a lot. And I am incredibly grateful that she has chosen to work on it with me. Because without that, it would never last. I'm just a grateful guy. Really mean that. I know I'm often sarcastic and trying to be funny, but even just stuff like this, like I saw a text pop up, I was like, I better handle it, and I see she's on it, she's handling it, and the way she's going about it, yeah, I'm very fortunate. All right, let's get back to the game. The defender starts fight with the defensive protector. Whenever the defender finishes a special attack, the shield is down. When the defender switches, okay. All buffs and debuffs are removed. How does Tranquility interact with severe debuffs? Does anyone know? I'm not going to use her. I'm just actually curious. The only way to fly. Yeah, I'd love to get so everyone. Yeah, I mean, it's you know, obviously, well, not obvious, but I had previous relationships before my wife, and they definitely weren't like that. We were also, I got married relatively young, a lot younger than I intended to get married. So I think a lot of that too was just, you know, I know I was an immature idiot, and I was probably dating immature idiots. They just were more mature than me, so I didn't realize they were idiots too. But I know I sure as hell was one. Still am sometimes. I feel like that's gonna be a lifelong condition for me. It takes two to make a relationship work. Absolutely, Venom. Could not agree more, man. Could not agree more. Yeah. I mean, I'm happy to talk about this as much as you guys are. I think some people I had relationships with before I met my wife, they probably were ready. They probably were ready to have like a wonderful long-term thing. And like I said, I wasn't ready for that. Not even close. Like, not even close. And I didn't want that, honestly. There's nothing more important than your happiness and peace than a great wife. So you know what's interesting for me, Weapon X, is like, I really like the way you phrase that. And one of the things that like helped me out a lot with my marriage here is the recognition that idea went both ways, right? Like the happy wife, happy life idea. Like, I do think that's true, but any relationship, take the gender out of it, essentially, is what I'm saying, is like, you know, like grumpy me created a shitty situation for her. And so, not that I can't be grumpy, but like, try to keep that in mind, that she's living literally with me. I'm there every morning. I'm there every night. And so to try to keep that sort of stuff in mind too has been extremely helpful to me. I have a personality that I think at times can feel a little overbearing, a little overwhelming, or a little irritating at times. So, and just to try to be aware of that as much as I can. All right, Richard. Interesting. Conflictor. Okay, cool. What are these? Are these hacks? Yeah, those are hacks. I would like to get them if we can. So let's take a look at this. Okay, I think we'll be able to get him down fast enough where it's not an issue. I don't love the under pressure nodes. Spider-Man, his animations and stuff can just be brutal. I think we'll be able to get these down fast enough. I'd like to try to pick up the hacks. If we somehow get, if I just mess up a fight or something, we will use units, we'll use items. I don't mind that at all. I want to get this done. Sorry, spam. It's not Dyslexican. What's up, dude? And it's not spam. You know me, man. If I don't read your message, it means I just didn't see it. I needed to move on. I want people to repeat them. You're like, thanks for that. Could you read my message now? The live stream idea. Oh, I'll take a look at it, buddy. Thank you. This was an interesting discovery from the last stream. Is there was a couple fights where I got concerned about like a damage effect coming on me. A lot of you were like, dude, don't worry about it. You're fine. And I was a little hesitant when hemmed and hawed. And then like after like 3 times of that, and my champ just absolutely obliterating it like that one, I was like, oh, we're fine. If I can get the reverse controls immunity, I will, because that is something that could get pretty nasty fast, especially in the right scenario. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Little stream idea. BGs with fans on live stream will definitely pump up views and will be fun. People over seeing you would have to go through a screening process on Discord. So you know what's interesting, dude, is I was of the impression that sort of thing would just like crush it. And maybe we did it right? Like we made it like a competition. And I don't know what happens if I win, then something, and if I lose, I'll make like a donation to charity or something. I think maybe that's the way to go. But often when I've tried to do friendly BGs, we had a stream the other day where like no one wanted to. And I don't know if it's because of the time of day I'm streaming. A lot of people are like working and kind of listening in the background or what. If you have a few more details to the idea, let me know. Because I want to do it. I want to interact as much as possible. It's a big part of what I enjoy about this is actually the interaction. And I think you can tell that, right? It's always funny being in a group of guys complaining about their wives. I'm just like, so dude, Weapon X, it's interesting. I'm in a similar spot. Like, yeah, and it's that thing, especially when you're with your boys, right? Where you're like, you don't want to be the guy to be like, well, that's because like no one likes I told you so. Ain't no one like it. Ain't no one likes I told you so's. Ain't no one likes, well, that's weird. My situation's great, you know? And shit, again, like with my buddies, dude, like this, the group I'm so excited to see, like we've been boys since this fall of 96. It's been a minute. And so they've helped me out through so much shit, you know? So like, yeah, it's easier, right? Like all the stuff that can like, I'm sure women are the same way. I don't know for a fact, but like, you know, we can even start getting like unhealthily competitive with like our friends, you know? And I feel like me and my boys we're kind of past all that, you know? We went through those phases, of course. We're human. Does anyone do that actually? Like, I assume most of us are male, okay? But so just take the wife part out. Just make it your partner. Is like at weddings, I got to like overhear my wife with some of her friends. Because you know, a lot of them got married after us, and we had already had kids and stuff. So I was like taking care of our kids or whatever. But I was around. Probably should have read How I Gained Power in this fight. That may have been. Oh, it seems like just by hitting the champion. Shouldn't have been that hard to figure out. And I remember specifically one wedding. I was like helping. I think we only had one child at the time. And I was helping her like get some food. There was like a buffet in the hotel the wedding was at or something. And I just happened to sit down at the table that was like right next to where my wife was. And so she was hanging out with like the other bridesmaids and stuff. And I was like, holy shit, she's hilarious. Like she is, I was laughing. Like I was laughing. And it wasn't like, it was like genuinely hilarious stuff. And I was like, I need to shut up more. Like when we're out and we're doing stuff, like I like to talk, I like to joke and whatever, but I gotta shut the hell up. Like it's interesting to see, like I don't think she knew I was there. I don't know, whatever. If you can relate to that at all, let me know. Oh, thank you, Hogodorf. I really appreciate that. Oh, thanks, Dyslexican. That would be cool, dude. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you handling that. Thank you. Let's see here. What was this fight? A rich get richer. Conflictor. Let's just Spider Woman it up. Followed you on Instagram, and it's awesome to see how happy you are there. Seems like a healthy relationship with everyone. Followed the channel for years, so it was really wholesome. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. I try to like be active on Instagram in a way that I can be. So yeah, thanks. That's really cool to hear. I think I put up a photo of a trip to. I finally went to the Nintendo store in here in San Francisco. They just opened up a new one. It's been a minute now, I guess. And I was really excited to go. One of the difficult things from with Instagram is I'm not comfortable yet, and I don't know. I'm curious on you guys' thoughts on this. Showing my children, and I will admit that as of right now, a lot of the cool stuff I do that's worthy of like saying like, hey, look at this cool thing. This was fun. My kids are involved. And so sometimes we'll be like, oh, let's take a photo without them. But often I'm there enjoying it with them. And so it feels weird to be like, okay, now you get out of the photo. You know? Like I feel like they're going to look at me and be like, I thought you loved me. We were here together. Yeah. That's a bunch of bullshit. You know? And just kind of shove them to the side. I don't know. Probably overthinking it as usual. I won't be showing my kids on social media. I just don't feel comfortable with it. For me, yeah, it's like, it almost is like a little like because I didn't grow up with it. You know, like we're talking about like my college buddies. Dude, if this stuff existed when we were in college, oh my God. I am so glad there's no pictures of all the stupid ass, dumbass stuff that I did in college. Like, oh my God. And so I realized it's just like different, right? Like kids nowadays, or young people, sorry, it's not kids. Everyone's going to have it. And so I think it's going to be like not that big of a deal, is my sense. Hold on. I want to make sure I pick the right one here. Okay. That's my thought and my hope, is it'll be like everyone's got their embarrassing stuff all over social media and everywhere. So it's kind of like, no big deal. Just like now, like, you know, if I meet someone my age and they tell me about some embarrassing story, I'm like, oh yeah, that's funny, dude. I remember that, you know? That being said, like, I kind of want them to be able to create their own like identity online and stuff. And neither of them really are online, but eventually they will be. I don't know. I'm just not sure what the right thing to do is, so I'm not doing it, essentially. Okay, TB, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, man. TB Kavote? especially these days with what you can do with AI. So yeah, and like even all of that stuff just makes it all like crazy. I need to shut up more, dude. Weapon X is true, man. I talk a lot. I either talk a lot or I'm relatively quiet. I've never been very good at just being like part of the conversation. I don't know. I'm learning new things. I actually started a new journey last night that I'm very excited about. Let's see here. Ooh, that looks like a good one. I started martial arts last night. I'm really pumped up on it, dude. Kevoth, I believe, like the novel Name in the Wind, right? Oh, okay. See, I'm not familiar with that. Kevoth. Thank you very much, Sheldor. Damn, why can't we get reverse controls immunity? When the attacker serves as a striker, they gain unstoppable for 6 seconds. Plus an additional second for each. Oh, okay, that sounds good. Like MMA or more martial arts like karate. Yeah. I do not think I'm in good enough shape. Thank you very much for the follow, DC Loss. I think someone my age could do MMA just fine. I'm not saying like that's bad or anything. To the shock of I'm sure most of you, it turns out sitting down and playing a video game for multiple hours at a time is not good for your physical well-being. Who knew? I know. I'm sorry to be the one to say this, such a controversial statement. I'm sure most of you are outraged right now, but it's apparently the truth. And and so I am not in a place where I think MMA would be a very good idea for me at all. But I have found a place where they do martial arts, and I've been interested in that since I can remember. Just never made the time or anything. I played a lot of like traditional sports in high school and college and afterwards. And so I'm just hyped up on it, dude. I'm sore as hell, but I enjoyed it so much, dude. Like I was like, sign me up. And they're like, well, we'd like you to take at least one more trial class before, please. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. If any of you guys are into that, let me know. It was just really cool, and it was like a cool place too. Like, it wasn't like the term wouldn't be sparring, but we were definitely like practicing stuff. And the dude I was with was way more advanced than me. I don't remember what belt he had, but he was totally cool. And I'm not sure what the right phrase would be, because we weren't like sparring, but he didn't take it easy. He didn't treat me like I was an idiot. But definitely helped like coach me up and stuff. It was cool, man. I'm really hyped on it. I'm really pumped up. I can't go back until next Wednesday because of this trip, but I'm pumped. I'd say that we need to do better with how the internet and social media can influence us as people and our kids. It can be overstimulating. I'd keep them away from it until we as people do better with it. Yeah. So, yeah, as long as you guys are happy time with this stuff, I'll talk about it. I'll talk your ears off about parenting and stuff. So let me make sure I get this right. Okay. So my wife and I were, our first child, we were like a lot of, this isn't gonna land at all. Shoot. Yeah, so that's the problem, because I knew that was gonna happen. We had our, strong thoughts, like I think like a lot of new parents do, right? And you're excited, and you're aware, like, holy crap, this is a really big deal. And so you're doing your best, right? You're doing your best. Oh man, I did not play that well at all. I gotta focus up, otherwise I'm gonna die here. Got that off just in time, but she's got the stupid protection. These boss fights feel significantly more difficult than week 1. Like, it's not even close. I'm wondering, I'm imagining it's due to me choosing a set of hacks that mean I need to bleed. I'm curious if anyone else is like, I don't know, I can't think of any other rational explanation for this for it than that. Angela's kicking ass. Old man easy in your Angela. Joan, why not have Nick Fury for Spider-Woman? We pick champions I like, Don. We could take out Bullseye, I guess. Oh, the original team did not even have Spider-Woman in it. If your kid's showing interest, I strongly suggest letting them take Taekwondo. I did as a kid, and I feel like it had so many benefits. So one of my kids is also, that's kind of how I became aware of the place I'm going to, is my child and also I around the same time thought it might be a good idea for her to do some sort of martial arts. And she showed a lot of interest in it. And so I discovered this place, let's call it. And I liked what I saw so much that I was like, F it, I'm not that old. I ain't dead yet. Like, I play video games like 2 to 3 hours a day. I can probably do martial arts. It's like no time like the present. So yeah, I agree with you very much. Okay. This is just a no-list thing. All right, let's do this. Dude, yeah, the Hurt Locker is one of the biggest things to just kind of initially get used to, especially if you played the first meta. We're talking about BGs here now. Myself and a couple of other viewers were talking about that. We just kept making mistakes. Wasn't intentional at all. Fights were going well. And, you know, we just goofed. I just asked, oh yeah, Don, I took no offense to your question, man. Shoot. Unless someone's like, hey, you effing idiot, why didn't you do the god, you know, then I think most questions, one, I like questions. Chance to learn. I might have made a mistake. And two, I think most questions or statements like that are genuinely people either trying to be helpful or they're like, hey, you might not know this. You should try this thing. And I'm like, cool, thanks, man. So yeah, but I appreciate explaining. Don't worry about it. But thank you. Yeah, no need to explain, man. No need to explain. Let's go, Koye. So stupid. Yeah. If you were like, hey, idiot, you're acting even more dumb than you normally do, I'd be like, come on now, man. I'm usually pretty dumb. There's no way this is worse than normal. Yeah, you get me, Don, man. Thank you. The big question I have is how to wax on, wax off. Well, so Stink, what I would suggest for you, my friend, is, and I'm happy to answer all kinds of questions about relationships and self-care, grooming, anything you guys want. I'm here for you at all times. Stink, what I'm going to need you to do is there's a movie, it's called 40-Year-Old Version. And there's a scene with waxing in it. And I think you should try that approach. I think that'd be good for you. You go do that. I'll be streaming tomorrow. You come back, you let us know how it goes. If you want to send some photos, that'd be helpful too. All right. What do we want here? Let's do this. Everyone's seen 40-Year-Old Virgin, right? Angela's insane. Well, don't do that, because now you're gonna want me to have them bring Incursions back, and I am not an Incursions fan. Yeah. Y'all are making me laugh. Oh, I forgot to read the nodes. Okay, he's got protection on. Why? Why does he have protection on? Okay, when they finish the special. Cool. Come on, man. Throw your special, Carnage. Really nice to not have a bleed immune boss. I really did like that. I had to hold back on the wax off joke. Yeah, Weapon X. The joke I made was not the first like 8 jokes that came to mind. Oh, I like the conversation going on the Twitch side too. This appears to be a series. I'll admit, I don't know. Have I watched Superbad? Of course, I've watched Superbad, man. That was a great movie, dude. There's not a lot of movies like that these days, are there? If there are, I'm not seeing them. The 40-year-old virgin response. Thank you very much. All right, what do we got here? Make sure she's not like power sting immune or something. I think we're getting to that point. Okay. It's a weird world where I think I'd rather fight Sasquatch than Hit Monkey. This doesn't look enjoyable though. What's Hit Monkey got for me? Okay, I just won't knock him down with that heavy attack. Baghead, what's up, dude? Ooh, Fury buffs. I think we gotta go Fury buffs. Let's get our girl Spider-Woman going, man. What we've done to her is not fair. Yeah, they don't make it like they used to anymore. My girlfriend bought me the McLovin ID card. That's awesome. Ooh, this could be fun. It wasn't letting me move, and I was getting worried that something was wrong with the Incursions. It was like, I'm done. I'm going back to Jamaica. What book are you guys talking? What series of books is this? On the Twitch side, they're talking about books. They seem really cool. If you could put that in the Discord, guys, I would be very interested in hearing that. I would love a good book to start reading. Anchorman. Anchorman is awesome. I'm a pretty big fan of Will Ferrell's like whole run of movies. Like that era was so good. I'm gonna tell you guys this now, and I am admitting the story is not one of my best stories, but it is one that I enjoy. And the reason why it's not one of my best stories is you kind of had to be there. But my wife had won this trip to this is many years ago. This is it's got at a minimum it's 16 years ago at least. It's probably more like 17 or 18. And she had won this trip to a very, very fancy hotel, like outrageously nice. And we went to it, and it came along with like all these like extras, right? Like just whatever you can imagine. That like a hotel could offer. And to the point where I'm not someone who typically gets, especially at that age, I didn't get massages or anything like that. Like I don't know, it just wasn't my thing. But like it was basically like, look, if you don't get this massage, it's just going to completely go to waste. My wife had already like, used up her allotment or whatever. I don't remember the specifics. So I was like, all right, fine. And so I don't get a lot of massages, and so the person like walks me back, and they're like, here's your robe, and I was like, why do I need a robe? And they kind of explained it to me. And it was a pretty fancy place, so I was like, all right, well, you know, I guess I'll do what everyone else is doing, and if you're saying I should disrobe and put this on, then I'll do it. And they're like, yeah, okay, yeah, you know, go ahead, and here's your locker, and then when you're done, you go through this door, and there's a waiting room. And I was like, again, remember, I'm not very experienced with massages. I was just like, so I take off my clothes here, I put on a robe, and then I go over there. Okay. Like, this is getting more odd as we go. And so I go through the other door, and I'm just got this robe on, and it's this huge waiting room with like a view of the ocean. It's like outrageous. And there's one man sitting in a chair, like towards the back of the room, towards the window, looking out over it, and just looks like a dude. Like, I don't know, he may have had a cough. I have no recollection at all of like what, but it's just like a normal situation. And I was like, well, the view's pretty cool. Like, I'm gonna go sit over there, and I'll sit on this. There's like a sofa, and so I go ahead and sit down on the sofa, and there's like some magazines, I think, and I was like, oh, that was interesting. And I'm like, this feels really awkward. I usually am someone who would say hello to people, but this feels like kind of like a men's room scenario where you don't really like make eye contact, or if you do, you're like very quick about it. But I was like, screw it. You know, I'm going to look and just like acknowledge this man. And I look over and I turn to my right, and it's Will Ferrell. And he just kind of looked at me, and I could not parse out like his movies, and that's not actually him. And so he just kind of gave me this like nod. And it like to this day cracks me up, where I was like, yeah, I mean, Will Ferrell just threw on some robes and hung out together at this absurdly fancy hotel. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, he was really nice. He was, we never, I don't think we even spoke to each other. It was just kind of like I will also acknowledge you in your robe, and you'll acknowledge me, and we will move on. All right. Nothing terribly fancy about this. No, it wasn't that kind of place, Digwood. I know what you're saying, though. Let's see here. What do we got? Okay. And Heimdall. There's been a lot of Heimdalls, dude. A lot of Heimdalls. 15 seconds. That's a long time, but I think we'll be all right. Dude, you guys, I hope you put the book in the Discord, because you guys are still going on. This is pretty crazy. Feeling a little isolated? Oh, I'm sorry, man. On top of a mountain? That sounds gorgeous, though. Is that, I assume that was a choice to live up there? Scarlet Witch with Quicksilver. She's phenomenal with that synergy. It's even more powerful in Incursions. Speaking of Scarlet Witch, if you guys have access to the Sigil Witch, she's great. I don't think she's like the best for Battlegrounds. It's one of the reasons we don't see her as much. But she is a phenomenal champion. Here we go. We just needed our opening. Alright. Almost done. Come on, man. Good. You guys and your Angela, man. You guys love her. Here's some music, super bad. 21 to 22 Jump Street, War Dogs, Project X, Wolf of Wall Street. I've seen Wolf of Wall Street. I did enjoy it. And I don't typically enjoy. It's a different kind of movie. I see why you're throwing it into the group you are. Like, what was the movie about the guys that it was called like The Big Short? I was like, I do not want to see that. I've been told it was an amazing movie, but I didn't. I was like, I have no interest in seeing that. I guess we'll do about the bleed potency. Ted, I've seen Ted. Ted was awesome. The Dictator. Yeah, I can't think of that actor's name. That's what's his name, dude? I'm not going to be able to remember his name. He played Mephisto in the Ironheart series, right? Role models knocked up. This is the end. Did you see? I had reason to watch the Bridesmaids recently. I couldn't even remember like the back half of it, but the first half, dude, I was cracking up again, even though I hadn't seen it before. It's funny, I can't remember names. What's the there's a good TV show. It's on Apple TV. I know a lot of people don't have that. Seth Rogen. He's done a really good series called Plutonic. It's funny. I'm still finding myself playing the invade meta, trying to get him to block a bunch, expecting like good things to happen. All right, this should be it. Well, my parents wanted to live somewhere chill with a sea view. Oh, dude, that sounds gorgeous. Not many young adults like me. That's the tough part, though. So I go to Discord or find other ways to chat. Hopefully, yeah, that's tough, man. As a parent, it's really tough stuff. Hope you're finding good spaces, but Sacha Baron Cohen, yeah. And I know those movies. I don't know how well those have aged. Like we were talking about that. I think it was yesterday that I do put some of the movies from my era have not aged well at all. Like there's something about Mary, dude. There's some parts of it that's still like, oh, I laugh my ass off. But there are also parts where I'm like, I don't know if this is funny. Like I don't. I was alive at that time, and I get it, and I think it's important to judge those things from like the era they're in. Some of the Vince Vaughn movies, as much as I love like Swingers, and I actually think Swingers, ironically, like last time I watched it, it's been a while. I was like, no, this movie is still like this is okay. But he did a couple other ones later where I was like, oh, this isn't funny, dude. Like, this isn't funny. This shouldn't be joked about. And I'm not. Whatever. You guys know me. I'm pretty middle of the road. Yeah, I think it's Wedding Crashers. I have not watched Wedding Crashers again, so I might be wrong with what I'm about to say. But so I'm open to the idea I'm wrong. But my recollection on it was like, we're gonna lie to these women, tell them we're different people than we actually are, get them drunk, and then I don't know what I'm allowed to say on these apps, but continue the physical relationship with them. And I'm like, that's not okay. Like, that's not humorous. And it's presented in a very fun, jovial way, and all these things, and funny things happen in the movie. But I was like, I think the premise is one I don't know if I can get behind. Like, but I also remember being alive at that time, and I honestly it's like I needed to be more educated, basically. In my opinion, I needed that. I'm not saying everyone else does. Power snack, evasive maneuvers, the start of the fight. All right. I guess I'm fighting the champion. What do you think? Okay, I think we have to go this way. All right, that doesn't look too bad. I almost intentionally called her Morningstar, but I know at least one person out there would be triggered. And I decided not to do that to them today. All right, that's fine. Why all the Heimbells, man? Okay. That's kind of scary with him with the heavy node, but we'll see. Oh, Wedding Crash was so hilarious. It was just my memory, so that maybe I need to watch it again. So I'm not trying to ruin the movie for you, and this is why like I think it's important to I think it's important to remember movies like the era they're from too, right? Like I'm also not all worked up and like these guys are hateful, blah blah blah, advocating like no, that's not what I think they were doing at all. It's just they were trying to be funny, and humor is so often about the crowd you're talking to and the era you're talking to and your audience. I don't think they were trying to be like evil or anything like that. I just think now with the things I know that some people do, it's not as funny. That's all. You know what I mean? Like I don't think you should feel I never is a strong word. I'm not the person that's going to try to someone like feel badly about what they're enjoying. Yeah, you got me. Okay, cool. Basically take all the internet cancel culture stuff out and then just kind of like have it be what it is. And that's me. I think, anyways. You know what? I have not seen Wonder Man. I saw reviews that I thought said it was amazing. Like, excellent. Like, but we had someone in the chat yesterday saying that it's terrible. Now, it's like most things where that's, you know, personal opinion. Like, I actually loved, I thought Ms. Marvel, the Kamala Khan show, I thought it was great. I loved it. I also am like, I don't know if I'm not necessarily easily entertained, but a lot of stuff that's kind of intended for kids does entertain me. So I maybe I'm like sway that way or something like that. I'm not sure what the term would be. Like one of my favorite TV shows of all time is, I think it would technically be called an anime unless an anime has to be from Japan. I don't know. Is that like Champagne, where Champagne's only from France? You know, that certain region, everything else is sparkling wine. But it has like anime-ish elements, and it was on Netflix. And it was called Maya and the Three. It's excellent. I didn't love the exact way they chose to end it, but I thought it was just phenomenal. I actually liked Ironheart. I actually thought Ironheart was good. Like I said, I loved the Kamala Khan show. I thought it was fantastic. But then, like, you know, things can go too far. Like, was the movie called The Marvels? Where Photon, Captain Marvel, and Kamala Khan are in it. I did find that like too flippant. It was like it went too far. It was kind of like it was like one of the Thors, the Thor with gore. I was like, I'm struggling. The flippant to then serious kidnapping. Like if I'm finding the flippant funny, then I can't take gore seriously. And if I can't take gore seriously, then there's no threat. And if there's no threat, then I'm just not engaged. Yeah. Thor: Love and Thunder was awful. I thought it was particularly bad. I actually did not want it to be bad. I think that was during my vacation in Mexico a couple years back. Yeah, I actually remember this. Because I was really happy I found it in English. I don't speak Spanish very well at all. I would not have understood it in Spanish. And I was like, yeah, no, I remember there's some people on my Discord server at the time that loved it. And I was like, well, maybe it's just because I'm a parent that I'm struggling with to take Gore as a serious villain and like have genuine concern for these children. While also, like, I'm supposed to be finding these annoying goats hilarious. Like, it just, I don't know. I didn't think it was well done. Which sucked. Because I like Thor Ragnarok. It's one of my favorite Marvel movies for sure. It wasted a good evil character in Gore. It felt that way. It felt that way to me. Because I know a lot of people were hyped for Gore. They ruined my goat. Yeah, see, this is kind of what I was saying. Them and Thunder made it a joke. It was not, I want it serious. Yeah, we seem to be having very similar responses to it. I think it was maybe just folks on my Discord server at that time. They're like, no, I don't want to, like, this is so many years ago. I don't want to, whatever. I felt like they really liked it and they felt I was being too harsh. And I was like, I still like Marvel. I like Shang-Chi. Like, I'm pretty happy, with Marvel. I'm not an anti-Marvel guy. I liked all Marvel suits last year. So, dude, like She-Hulk, that's such a great example of, this is a place where, like, you can say She-Hulk wasn't good, and I'm not going to be like, you obviously don't like women. Like, no, that's not obvious at all. And I do feel like that show went. There's been times where I've looked at my wife and I was like, why does this show seem to hate me? Like, what did I do? Like, I get that there's bad actors out there, and I get that there's work to be done. I totally do. Like, what I do in my real life, like, part of it is about helping people that are suffering the consequences of very bad actors. But at the same time, like, if you want me to enjoy something, it might not be good to make it sound like all men are, like, evil. And I realized She-Hulk didn't necessarily do that, but at some point, me wanting to like that show, it got flipped to the other way. Or, I don't know. I liked a lot of elements of She-Hulk, though. I hope they don't get rid of the character. I know that there's a lot of thought that some of these storylines are just going to be dropped completely and characters will be dropped. I hope they don't drop She-Hulk. I thought the actress who played her did a great job, too. Do I really? Hopefully I don't need to be concerned about this. So much reading for Last 5 Zones. So, Nagase did a good video on I know, you're like, oh, really? Nagase did a good video. Tell us more. But I was listening to it last night while I was walking home from my my new martial arts class that I'm very excited about. And he was talking about Incursions and some of the stuff he doesn't typically enjoy about the mode. And I've always said that, like, what I don't like is you can end up in a room and you're basically just stonewalled, or like one mistake and the items to revive or heal are just so expensive. And I don't enjoy that. Like, it's often a place where I don't play as aggressively. I don't go for intercepts if I'm paying attention because of that. And then that makes it take longer. It's just, I think it's just probably the monetization of the mode is part of what I don't enjoy about it. And I had never thought about it. And he actually said what you're saying, Old Man Easy, is that you reach a point where if you have to read all of these nodes, otherwise you're going to mess up. And then now you're just spending way more time reading than you are playing the game, and it just becomes unfun. And I was like, I had never thought of that, but it describes my experience perfectly. When the trend result drops below 30%, every 7 seconds, the physical, like this, like I'm just not able to pay as much attention to the chat as I would like to. Power snack, powerful cleanse, palette cleanser. Okay. There should be more. I agree with that general concept. The problem is like, let's say we got Kabam to agree to that. They'd be like, cool, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make something called combine nodes. And we're going to put all of the nodes into one node. So, yeah. Let's see here. Jeez. All right, all you Angela guys, you're right. You were right. Crazy Canuck, Old Man Easy. I know there was more of you. Take your victory lap. No, why did I? Oh. Thankfully, Spider-Woman's ridiculous when it goes through block. Shoot. God, this is an annoying fight. This is not a fun fight. Who's seen my super ex-girlfriend with them? I have not. It's great. I'll write that down. How old is that? Super ex-girlfriend. It's even worse when you have to screenshot the descriptions, go to photos, zoom in. So yeah, I'm trying like to read it on my screen, which is actually making it harder. But I'm not gonna make excuses. I think this is actually an annoying fight. That I just didn't play well either. And I think you guys know, like I'll purposely put this in some videos where I'm opening various crystals and I talk about how I'm choosing the incursions stuff. Because I get the other potions and revives readily from, just super daily event or whatever. And incursions is so expensive units wise that I don't want to use it. So this is, you're literally seeing that come into use here. So. Oh, I'll read that. Sorry. I'll read that because it's interesting. I like that we can have an actual in-depth, nuanced conversation here. I just would prefer not to die to Gilly 2099 again. I haven't seen the She-Hulk myself, but I've always felt that if you know what they're mocking about men doesn't apply to you, it shouldn't bother you. The thing is also that you can't reduce the problems our gender has to, just because some bad actors I'm trying to read it. I want to be clear. I'm taking what you're saying very seriously. I know I'm stumbling over the reading. Because of all who facilitate or minimize actions, said actors are somewhat responsible. Oh, absolutely agree. For creating the culture that makes this issue an issue for women. And I've met so many guys who are part of the problem and heard about even more. So, I've talked about my boys, my college buddies, quite a bit in the stream. One of the things that, why I was so unaware of a variety of these various issues was, I think, a little bit my age, and that I did get married a little bit young. But also, my college buddies were not like this, like at all. None of them, like at all. And so I think I wasn't aware of a lot of the problematic behaviors until later on, when these things started coming out. What room are we in? Mutual assured destruction. Okay, here it is. And I could not agree more with the concept that not saying something, you're not, quote unquote, as responsible as the actual like wrongdoers. However, you are very much part of the problem. And this goes for literally anything. And I can be a bit, I guess the term would be outspoken. And I have paid the social price for it many times in my life because people get very angry and are like, well, why do you have to say this? It's like, because this is wrong. And ultimately, they know it's wrong. but they are receiving some sort of benefit from it, or they're comfortable with the wrongness of it, but they know it's wrong. It's hard to have this serious conversation and do freaking incursions. And I apologize if I'm not doing the conversation justice. I'll try to do one at a time. I think that's probably the better way to do this. And here, like, we're talking about like incursions, like I'm reading all of these just to basically like, is this obviously horrible? No? Okay, cool. I'll go in and do it. And then I'm going to have to go and read the notes again if I just truly want to be sure. And yeah, here we are. Hey, what's up, Luke? Yeah, we're having like some in-depth, like this. You know, I've talked about a second channel for a long time, Luke. Just not along, whether you do or not. It's fine. No one will see you. It's okay. And we're having those conversations that I'm like, this is the second channel I'd love to have, where I put out a video on a topic that's very real that people can identify on, and we're not all going to agree. And then we can have an in-depth conversation while I play some random video game, because most of my greatest many of my greatest conversations with my buddies over the years have been while we play video games. Because we're sitting on a sofa or chairs or whatever, staring at a screen, controllers in hand, and we're talking about stuff that's deep, you know? So, yeah. Just got here. Looks like you're running a hemostatic charge. You got that right. Was there something that made that so I could not purify those debuffs? Okay. Going back to what you were saying is shoot, man, I'm so far gone on this chat, and I apologize, guys, because you wrote really, really great responses. I've met so many guys who are part of them. Yeah, so it's tough, right? Like, shoot, man, I brought this subject up, and it's really it's an hours long conversation because there's so many unique scenarios, and I think that's kind of what you're putting at is like, if you see immediate danger or immediate problems, obviously speaking up in the moment is appropriate and the right thing to do. I think when it's just like, there are scenarios where particularly those of us who feel like we were trying to be helpful, I think sometimes we're not, because we actually make the situation worse. And if we're trying to be helpful, it's important that we do our best to analyze what's actually happening in the moment. And is this a situation where we're actually going to make it worse on the people we're trying to help? Also, the way we go about doing it, and I make mistakes with this as well too, okay? I know I do, is it would be better to try to help the person who's causing the problems or has the problematic behavior to understand why it's problematic without just yelling at them or screaming at them or reasonably making them feel like the problem is inherently them. And I think that's where we've gone wrong in a lot of ways, is we make it sound like being male is the problem, or being masculine is the problem, or being healthily strong is the problem, when those aren't the problems, in my opinion. The problem is when the negative influence, or when, to go back, it was a joke earlier, but it's serious, is with great power comes great responsibility. And when we use that power for coercion or for the belittlement of others or truly just bullying behavior, that's a problem. And so I think if we remove it from the gender, and so make it less that men are bad and make it more about people in power are bad, or people in power can corrupt. Like literally go back to like the Lord of the Rings. Power can corrupt. And if we help people realize, listen, in these scenarios, you have a tremendous amount of power. You might not be meaning to be a bad actor, but this is what your behavior is creating. And these are the scenarios. And here's the society and the world that gets created via that. And it might feel okay to you in the moment because you weren't aware of those things. When we can approach it that way, as opposed to, and I understand where the anger comes from. Trust me, I do. And I'm not blaming the people that are angry either. But when the anger supersedes all of that, and that's what comes out first, and we just immediately jump to, you man are bad, it is understandable to me that the person then is like, well, if I'm bad anyways, I might as well. I'm not saying I agree with that train of thinking and train of thought. I'm saying that I understand like the human psychology of it all, right? All right. Well said. Thank you. I've had a lot of time. I've had 47 years. I'm not a huge guy. I'm not huge, but I'm not a small. I'm a little over 6 feet tall. I've been well over 200 pounds almost my whole adult life, like even when I was in sports and stuff like that. And so I became aware of I don't know. I think a lot of people had some good conversations with me, and I became aware of a lot of behaviors I did not feel were problematic. But when I realized the consequences or like the outcomes of my behaviors, I was like, that's not what I want. Like, you were scared. I'm sorry. Like, I would never have hurt you. But now that I understand that better, thank you. That sort of thing. Okay, let's go ahead and play the game. Where did this cover? You know what, dude? We just started talking about like movies and it just kind of like spawned on. I'm happy to talk about these things. I was being serious where I have for quite a long time wanted to have a second channel. Not that this isn't meaningful. I think entertainment, I think goofing around, I think helping people play a video game. Shoot, I love video games, man. Half my whole life. I think this is important. I think entertainment is outrageously important. I think these other things are really important too, And what's really interesting is my oldest child is a girl. And again, because of the work I do, the fields I'm in, it was almost like me knowing that I was having a daughter caused me to reflect on so many things. And this just goes back like 15, 16 years, okay? And dude, there are so many groups these days for like girls mentorship, girls Inc., girls leadership, girls improvement, STEM for girls, girls warriors, girls karate, girls this. Like I could continue to name actual groups, okay? That is phenomenal. I'm so glad they exist. It is so good. It is wonderful. Let's teach women to use their bodies. Let's teach women to speak up for themselves. Let's help them learn physical skills, mental skills. Let's have them be in coding. Let's have them be in science. Let's have them be in leadership. Like, yes, awesome. Where's all this shit for the boys? Like, as a male, I recall one of my first things I was like, it's still just big brothers, big sisters. There's a boys and girls club. What the hell, man? Where's boys leadership? Where's boys learn how to navigate this world? Like, where the hell is all of this? I still don't see it very much. I surely don't. If you guys do, please let me know. But I don't. Oh my God, I see so much awesome chat, guys. I'm sorry I'm not able to respond to everything. But I'm like, where's just like, how to embrace your masculinity in a world of equality? Where the hell is that course, man? Because I sure as hell would have liked to have had it when I was a kid, and I'm still trying to figure it out. I was talking about my wife earlier, my marriage. When I said I was just immature and Hitmonkey was kicking my ass, but and I definitely was immature, but I think a lot of it too was like, dude, my parents did not provide me the playbook for the sort of marriage that my wife and I have, where both people work, both people are decision makers. That was not it. My mom and dad did an amazing job. I'm incredibly grateful, but I did not grow up with that world, and so like I'm just having to navigate it as best I can. Where I'm like, and I often use like silly examples to kind of prove the point. I'm not trying to say it's of the same gravity of the bigger thing we're talking about, but I'm like, so wait, now if I open the door, am I being a chauvinist? Like, but I think I'm supposed to open the door because I'm just being nice. And I opened the door for the old guy too. Like, wait, am I? And I again, I'm trying to use a silly example to kind of prove the point, less that that's a real example. But there's just so much on this, like that I didn't get the training for it. You know, my college started a men's mental health group recently. It's pretty chill. That sounds awesome, man. I'm glad that's happening, man. Thank you, Backhead. I appreciate it. Strong, virtuous men are good for society. We need people to stand up for those who can't do them. Dude, absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's good, man. We like physically and mentally strong. That's good. It's what you do with it, you know? Thanks, Weapon X. Comes to South, we still have the old ways. Yeah, I hear you, man. I do. So that's the thing. Oh, shoot. There's another protection. I got to knock him down. Okay. All right. Dread, you're, I think I saw the 6-foot comment. I got to focus here, guys. I'm going to keep getting my butt kicked. And I prefer not to. Oh, I'm seeing blockable. Okay, no bomb. That evades coming up. Shoot. I mean, this is going fine, but it's not going fast. No, I forgot to knock him down first. I know, okay. I thought I had to knock him down with the heavy, but I guess not. Cool. You stopped his evade with the fumble. Thanks, work. I was like, wait, didn't they get nerfed? Wait, no, buff. I don't know. A change. What? I'm using the wrong word. For me, she was a buff. I understand for others it was a nerf. Where do you stay in which country? I'm sorry. Could you rephrase that question if it's directed towards me? Because I'll admit, I probably said something that caused you to ask that question, but I don't remember what I said, and I'm sorry. Being a general never got a style, and never let someone make you feel about it. That's how I feel too. It's not about superiority or inferiority. It's not about any of the negative stuff. It's just about like, I don't know. I'm opening the door. It's kind of like, I don't remember what movie it was in. Was it in like Back to the Future, maybe? I think it might have been in Back to the Future. Because, dude, you got to go way the F back on this one. It was like, I think the idea of it being a test was more for humor or anything. But I do recall, like, you know, back in my day, I'm getting real old now. Back in my day, we didn't have these fancy little like fob keys where you unlocked a car. You had your key, and you went to the side for your date. In my situation, it was young ladies. I unlocked the door. I opened it. They got in. I closed the door. Some young women, would then reach over and unlock my door for me. Did that prove anything? Was it definitive proof of anything? Of course not. But it was a sign that this young person may also be focused in on doing nice things for me as well. The Bronx Tale. Oh, I do recall loving it. We haven't thought of that in forever, but I recall really liking it. When I was a young whippersnapper, when I was a boy, back when all we did was play around with sticks. They hadn't invented electricity yet. That came much later. What am I doing here? You guys are going to get me killed. I'm going to die in the game. We're only in room 12. My God, what time is it? All right, whatever. I'd just stay up a little later tonight. And I will, you know what? Actually, I'm going to take a moment. Screw it. People who are enjoying this are sticking around. People have left already. Vega, the Boy Scouts the Boy Scouts. Yes. Was for me and everyone I know. I was fortunate enough to be in a community that was training young boys to be able to figure stuff out together. Obviously, some places that issue. Yeah, it's a shame that, like, you know, we say the Boy Scouts, and I know a lot of our brains are in a certain place. I think it's important with these sorts of things to remember how many people were in Boy Scouts, how many areas, how many communities, how many cities, how many leaders, how many young men, and then extrapolate out from there. Yes, there was some negative stuff. Obviously, it was horrible. Also, though, the vast majority of it was good. And so let's not throw out the good with the bad. Yeah, Miku. So I think what's important there, too, is like this whole no winning is like, and this is going to go back to something I was going to say earlier to one of the really meaningful comments of like not feeling like the negativity expressed is meant for me if I'm not doing the wrongs, right? One of the things, again, this is like a simple, small thing. The idea is, and we've talked about this, like I walk my dogs. I wanted to live in a walkable area. I live in San Francisco. Like I wanted this, okay? And I like to make eye contact with anyone I pass. I like to make eye contact and acknowledge them. I sometimes will say hello. I've learned if they have the earbuds in, maybe don't say hello. They can't hear me anyway. But it's just something I do. I have multiple neighbors. We're not like best friends. They're not inviting me over for Christmas, but like, I don't know. I know the guy down the street's got like 2 dogs. He's a little older. His health isn't as good. I know the other guy down the street, his dog died a couple years ago, and he like takes other people's dogs on a walk. It's really cool. It's really nice. I know multiple ladies. I don't know their names, but I know them. There are people in my like sphere. And especially as a younger man, who I will admit, I was not always just saying hello to be polite and nice and know my neighbors. I was sometimes like, hey, you know, I wasn't catcalling, but it was a little like, hey, you know, there would be young women who you could tell were very much not, they were doing anything they can to not make eye contact. Particularly growing up in the Los Angeles, Orange County area, I did. There was this whole idea, which I think kids now call negging. I don't know if that's actually correct though. But like the idea was if you acted dismissive towards the person you were attracted to, it would kind of like make you seem better. There's a lot of reasons why I left this whole space, but and it would irritate me because I'm like, dude, I'm just like wanting to say hello. And then over time, as things came out, I was like, sometimes some women are literally just frightened to even make eye contact because some guys are going to interpret that as now like, I want to go on a date with you. Let's exchange phone numbers or worse. And so they're so scared of that because of the traumatic experience with the one guy. That is it more important for me to try to understand that and then of course realize it means nothing. Like I should take no offense to this, that they're not, and I shouldn't judge any woman because I wouldn't want to be judged. I wouldn't want to be judged as a male based on the thing a bad acting male did. Just like therefore I don't think it's fair for me to judge women because this one woman did not want to make eye contact and say hello to me. I try to use silly examples because I think they're more easy to talk about and to kind of extrapolate from. So I'm less concerned about the specificity of it and more about, if you kind of get what I'm saying, is like, I just learned like that just was, who knows what's going on in her life. and just move on. That's not a sign that women don't say hello. I think I made my point. This has been a fun stream too. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you saying it. Okay, I know I tripped over my words a little bit. As we talked about, I do misspeak a fair amount. Concussions aren't funny, but we did have a fun time talking about it yesterday. Yeah. All right. But if you guys start hearing me yell, "Yo, Adrian," please call the police. Be like, someone go help that man. He's not okay. All right. Okay, that doesn't seem too bad. I think we'll be okay here too. I do not want Misty Knight is like, she's got some tricks up her sleeve, man. Okay, this also seems fine. Uh-oh, wait. When the defender is knocked down, for each non-damaging debuff on them, which is going to be a lot in our case, that debuff has a 40% chance to be converted into an incinerate debuff. Okay, wait, hold on. When the defender is knocked down, for each non-damaging debuff on them, that debuff has a 40% chance to be converted into an incinerate debuff, dealing 20% of the defender's base attack rating as energy damage. As I read that sentence, the incinerate debuff is going to be put on the defender. There's nothing saying that it will be transferred and put on me. I apologize, guys. I'm getting a call that I need to answer. I should be back in just a second. Hello? Yes, it is. Okay. Yes. Yeah, thanks for calling on. I do appreciate it. We don't have, we very rarely, unless it's specified, have a hard deadline. So everything is on a rolling basis. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you, you too. Bye-bye. Yeah, thanks, just Leslie. I realized, I remember that I still don't have that on mute. But you did, you writing that helped me remember to like not say too many things. So thanks. Earmuffs. All right. So thank you everyone for the like, we can hear you. So this floor is lava. That's going to put the debuffs on me though, right? We're all reading this the same way. It should put them on the defender, but it's not. It's going to put them on me, right? Which means this is where we have to, I think, bring in good old mustachioed serpent, I believe. No, it does go on them. That's how it reads. That's like, if I was just reading this sentence, it just feels weird that that's how it would be. It actually goes on them. Oh, beautiful. So I guess it's all good. Hilga Dwarf, I think that is admirable and important. And I guess it's too late for me to bring in Serpent anyway, so I'm glad that worked out. That could have been bad. Okay. What are we in? Room 13, I think? So we still got a ways to go. If anyone has other organizations who are doing good work with young men, please do let me know. Boy Scouts was a great shout. In my opinion, incursions is more fun when I forget how expensive it is, and I just play normally like I did there. Like that was fun. Although I went through the intercept when he had a bar of power, and I was like, "What am I doing?" But it was too late. I had already done it. Yeah, you know what's interesting on the Sig for Paviter is I think when he first came out, there was this thought that like Sig 1 was all you need. And that might be accurate, but in playing him, I was like, I think where you're really wanting to use this guy, you're going to want as high a Sig as possible. The word need is always tough too, but 120 is probably good. 200 would be better, sort of scenario. But you're getting a great champion at Sig 120 for sure. In fact, if I remember correctly, you get a great champion at Sig 1. Feels a little scary. We should fight another champion. Yeah, I think we are. Okay. Kick the butt now. I like that. I like that. That should be a bumper sticker. Kick the butt. And again, I apologize, guys. I know a lot of you wrote some pretty great messages in on both sides, actually, that I did not get to. If you're interested in me reading them again, you can go ahead and write them, and I'll do my best to get to them. What's up, Boris? How you doing, man? "55-minute incursions run." Mine's going almost exactly that same amount of time. Almost, like, we're so close to 55 minutes. I am still scared. Stink it is true. It is real. I remember where I was when I was fighting that boss. I was in a bar, which may have been part of the problem. which in hindsight may have been clue number one. Things were going to go poorly. But I was in a bar waiting for a buddy of mine. He had started doing shows again. And I was in a bar nearby where the show was going to take place. And I was like, I'll just hop in here, have a little drink, and just do a little 6.2. It should be fine. It was not fine. It was not fine. I would like this answer as well. Okay, let's try to get to it. I think I'm going to do everything I can to avoid the slow-moving SB2 from MCoC right here. Things are going well. There's no reason to ruin it. Cool. Let's see how I'll admit I don't totally know how to click. No, I don't want to do that. Pertinent point, I think, is when privilege is what you're used to, equality feels like oppression. I know this isn't exactly what you're critiquing, Vega, but the reason for those clubs was when we're underrepresented. And to be clear, yeah, exactly. I think you're saying is like, I'm glad those clubs exist. What I'm saying is I want those clubs for young men as well. Was because women were underrepresented, which I'm sure you're aware of. I am, yeah. But again, there are some guys who hear that and think the world is against them. So maybe I shouldn't go back to this conversation right now while I'm trying to finish this up. And I think there's a lot there. Yeah. There's a lot there, and that's a great comment. And maybe we reserve that. Maybe I should start that second channel where everyone knows, hey, I'm going to show up to the stream. They're going to be like having pretty heavy conversations that are important. And we're just going to be talking, man. I'll be learning from you guys. It's not like I sit here thinking I have all the answers. Maybe that's the answer here. Because it'll get more personal too. And I want to be aware of what I'm saying about my own personal life as well. Uh-oh, that wasn't good. Dude, now that I'm paying attention to it, that fumble lasts forever. Holy cow. That is nice, dude. That is nice. Okay, so I'm Muslim, so I don't necessarily know if there are equivalent in churches and such. I assume there are. But when I was young, I used to go to a group. Yeah, again, this is such good stuff, guys. I really appreciate you guys being willing to share this. I do think there are a lot of good churches that do have many good programs for their young people. Yeah. Thanks for the stream. Awesome. Yeah, of course. So I believe it's at Ajax, AJX. You're saying I would like an answer to this as well. I am sorry. I don't know how to work Twitch well enough to see what you're replying to. If you could maybe copy and paste the question, it would be helpful. Are you rooting for your Seahawks? Yeah. Yes. Wait, oh, absolutely I am. Yeah. Yes. In fact, I'm probably not going to have a Super Bowl party because I live in San Francisco, and I think most people would probably be cheering for the Patriots because they can't stand the Seahawks. And I'm like, I don't want to be surrounded by that energy. In all seriousness, I probably wouldn't even go to a party for that reason as well. That, and it's a school night, and the Super Bowl doesn't end till freaking forever. Why does it start so late now? I don't like that. Let's continue the things that old man Vega doesn't like. Back in my day, the Super Bowl started at a normal hour so people could go to church, come home, watch the game, and get to bed at a reasonable time. I don't know what they're doing nowadays. Maybe it was always late. I was just a kid and didn't realize it. Okay. All right, I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. We're getting close, boys. You're in Cali, it's hardly like that's what I think. Is I'm like, dude, it doesn't start till 6:30 for you all? What's up, Savage? How you doing? I'm going to start a channel with just my failures, MCoC. I think it would help with coping with my lack of skill, though some would argue that you already has enough of that. Hey, wait a minute. It's hard not to take that personally there, Don. You trying to say something? In all seriousness, I think that'd be great. Especially if you go with like the right sense of humor about it, which I think you would. Or it sounds like you would be. And just, I think if you do actually do it, I can't tell if you're purely joking or being serious, is remember that like, no matter what you do, dude, I don't care what you do, there are going to be some people that will just show up, make a hateful comment, thumb it down, and it probably has literally nothing to do with you or what you presented. Like, it's yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's done, or whatever. But just kind of keep that in mind. I used to have some things 8 years ago or so. Used to share with Seaton to show bugs and stuff back with Beezy. Dude, Beezy's funny, man. I follow him on Twitter. I subscribe to him on YouTube as well, of course, but I don't think he's that active these days. I don't typically see things come up. And I usually go to my subscription feed to ensure that it's not like the algorithm feeding me stuff. Like I'm like, no, I subscribe to the channels. Like I want to see it. But yeah, Beatsy's hilarious. Ramp 2. Hayden. I already said I'm sorry that I didn't use Angelo, okay? You don't gotta rub it in now, man. I know what you're doing. Don't think I don't know. I don't want you thinking you're getting away with this. Haters gonna hate. Don, you just said. I think for me, dude, I didn't realize that like that was a real thing. I was like, oh shoot. Oh, again, I'm gonna show how old I am. Jay-Z has haters. Beyonce has haters. The Rock has haters. Vega with 10,000 subscribers. No way there's haters. Turns out I was wrong. It is not a level of fame that creates the haters. It's having any sort of willingness to go on a stage and do something. That's literally it. Like, there could be one person watching, 50% chance they're a hater. Man, I'd hate to be a kid doing a talent show now, you know? They're all going to laugh at me. Yes, they are going to all laugh at you. Oh, man. All right. Yeah. Are you religious, man? Man, you're like, let's do this. You're like, out of curiosity, if you guys could put it in the chat. If I started a second channel that did that, like probably once a week, but I wouldn't want to force it. A video where it's not about scolding people. I ain't preaching. It's just more like, here's my thoughts on this. I think it's complex. Here's what happened in my life or something I saw or I read. I want y'all's thoughts about it. And then this week we're going to talk about it and I'm going to stream a Switch 2 games. Sometimes maybe if it's a co-op game, we'll play together, but we're basically going to do what me and my boys do, where we get together, we sit on a sofa, we play video games for hours and we shoot the shit. And then we go out to dinner and then we go to a bar. We probably won't go to dinner and a bar now that I think about it, but the essence of what I'm saying is there. So I will answer the question. Am I religious? I do not follow a specific religion, no. I was raised Catholic. I was baptized. I was even married in a Catholic church. And I think there are tremendous positives to, honestly, pretty much every religion I've ever known about. Like, religion, okay? At some point, it became difficult for me, in all seriousness here, to have faith in the people that were running the religions. And so while that has not, in any way, shape, or form, that was dumb. I don't know what I did, but I did something dumb. While that in no way, shape, or form has influenced my thoughts on if there is some sort of power greater than us being the humans, I still have my feelings on that. Those have not changed. I have found myself incapable of picking a religion and subscribing to it. I don't think that means that religion is bad inherently. I don't think it means that anyone shouldn't be religious. I just personally have not been able to get there. I think that's the right way to say all that. Yeah, it might get a little expensive if I take Cameron out to dinner. And then drinks. I got a feeling a couple you can put it away. There's a few of you, I'm sure, who could put it away. Santa Claus has hater. Probably I'll live in Philly. Well, it depends. How many batteries do they have available at the time? That Santa was a drunk bozo. That particular Santa. Yeah, sounds familiar. Yeah. Like just to kind of like the priest that did the ceremony for my wife and I. An amazing man. All my experiences with him, anyways, and what I learned from him, and his desire to truly help people who were being picked on, or just life had gone badly for them. Whether they deserved it or not wasn't really part of the equation. Deserve is not the right word. Whether they had made mistakes that they should have avoided, right? Let's say drugs or whatever, was not part of the equation. What was important to him, and I think it was the right way to look at it, was they deserved help. No matter what had happened to cause that scenario was irrelevant. They deserved help. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think maybe him not progressing through the church faster or more was part of, I think, what helped turn me off from the church itself. In addition to, of course, the stuff we're all aware of, right? The church being the Catholic Church at this time. And yeah, I believe he's somewhere in Central California still helping people. I lost touch with him quite a while ago. Ooh, uh-oh. That was a bad idea. That went poorly. See what I mean about the intercepts? Oh, that's interesting. Gods of the New Millennium. I'll check that out. Thank you. You know what? So I don't know if you guys know. In fact, I probably should put some photos up on Instagram. I intended to, and recently I put up a photo, and that made me realize that I had obviously forgotten. I was in Japan, I think for like 2.5 weeks. It was an amazing trip. I had no idea that I would like Japan nearly as much as I did. And one of the many things that I enjoyed in Japan, we spent time in Tokyo, we spent time in Kyoto, we spent time in a variety of areas. We really traveled around a lot. Like if we could do it again, I don't think we would travel within the country as much as we could. We'd probably spend a very long time in Kyoto, actually. I really, really enjoyed it. And I like Tokyo. I think Tokyo is great. But living in a large city and traveling to a lot of the American large cities, it's very different. The culture's different. There's a lot of other things, but like it wasn't, I think, as exhilarating to constantly see like tall buildings and lots of lights, like, and I liked the other places so much. And one of the things I really enjoyed learning about was, and I apologize for anyone that I'm about to butcher the names. I'm not intending to. Was the Shinto religion, and how being American and living here my whole life. One of the things that was just like, wait, what? Was the shrines for the Shinto religion were often literally sharing the same like plots of land with Buddhism, like a Buddhist temple, and like that is not how it works in America, man. Like and it just was really eye-opening to me, you know, to talk about like why travel can be really helpful, like even if it's just like to a different city, you know, just a different culture, and seeing like how they can like coexist and learning more about that, and that hit me pretty hard. It was really cool. Thank you for the follow there. I think it's Angel, I believe it is, or Angel, either way. Papi Cante, thanks for the follow as well. Ariat, thank you. MCoC Jawbreaker. I'll say this: you seem like a personality that has traits of what religion should produce if followed correctly, not as just religions, but as a compliment to you. Thank you. That is a really kind thing to say. That's insanely kind. How are we gonna start? Any advice before taking 7.3? Yeah. So MCoC Encyclopedia, I believe, has done a 7.3 guide. Follow MCoC Encyclopedia in a game where we are really fortunate to have so many great guide makers, right? Like you guys can me call Noob the Goat, because he is, in my opinion, and he makes guides for like everything, dude. You're like, I'm following this guide right now, you know. And yes, he did have a part saying Angela. Okay, don't take that as a not as Noob knew it. Noob knew he tried really hard to get me to use Angela. I just am stubborn. And I don't have her ranked up. But so I would follow MCoC Encyclopedia. His guides on the app content are unparalleled from what I've seen. So 7.3 is I'm sure you're familiar with them, but MCoC Encyclopedia. He also runs a really awesome Discord where they talk about a lot of this sort of stuff too. Every 6 seconds, defender gains indefinite armor, polka dot pout. Debuff, so any debuff, stand still. When attacking, please blah blah blah, power sting, yada yada. Okay. Man, I feel like we went through something with this chat today, guys. I gotta say, like, we've I need a little more coffee. We had an experience together, and I appreciate y'all for going through it. This was felt meaningful. Okay, she just immune to stun. It's also fine. Okay, so don't punish as heavy. Or I do punish as heavy. I'm not sure. Encyclopedia got me through 5 to 8 in like 3 months. Yeah, dude, he's awesome. He's awesome. Absolutely awesome. People appreciate a place where you can have adult conversations without all the chaos. That's what I'm finding more and more. So thank you for being part of it. That is incredibly kind of you, Don. Thank you. Hayden, we're almost there, man. We're almost there. I don't know though. Yeah, that comment of yours, you're still like would have been faster if you used Angela. I know. Okay, you don't have to keep reminding me. All right, Weapon X, have a good one, bud. Oh, man. Turns out I forgot. Wow. I've forgotten all his animations. Good luck, man. Let's get you Capper, Hulkbuster, or the greatest of all time, Angela. Good luck, Ollie. Break all the legs, man. Oh, okay, Hayden. Sorry. My bad. Bullseye hasn't been as amazing as I had hoped. Maybe I just had a weird set of nodes, or I just haven't used him properly. Let's see. Let's see if I can get him killed here. Pro tip, guys, if the opponent doesn't have a bar of power, it doesn't matter how hard you bait it, they ain't gonna be able to throw one. Just, you learned it here first, okay? Make sure you spread the good word to everyone that if they don't have power, they can't throw a bar. It does not matter how many times you dex, leave yourself open. They're just never gonna throw it because they can't. So, yeah. It took me quite a while to realize she didn't have power. She's healing though, like it's no one's business. I'm now realizing I think I am causing the purification of these by throwing specials. Or is it tranquility? What's happening? Yeah, it's tranquility. Alright. We'll get there. We will eventually get there. Throw it. There we go. Alright, I think we're finally about to end this. Nope. One of the funnest things about streaming is when a fight takes this long, you start to wonder, or at least I do. When I look up, I know that people will be like, do this, and you'll be right. You all will be correct. And I'm like, I wonder what they're going to have said was the better way to take the fight, because I obviously am not figuring it out. So here I am now looking up. Yeah, thank you. I was just texting for extra willpower, man. I was just trying to heal up. Pro advice. Exactly. You heard it here first. You heard it. Yeah, that Vega, man. Deep conversations and also some sage advice on how to play MCoC. Get better at MCoC. Live and learn, I guess, right? We'll go here. Hey Vega, hope you're well. I recently got into the Battlegrounds, and I was wondering if 6 stars are still viable in Glider Circuit, as I don't have the best options to 6. You have no idea how timely your question is. We were literally talking about this in Illuminati recently. I think if it for most metas, like we've had some pretty unique metas recently, where certain 6 stars are popping off due to the way that the metas are, like Kate Bishop or what have you. So in metas like that, yeah, absolutely, 6 stars can do wonderful. You're gonna have more trouble with them defensively for sure, though, because some are just gonna punch down and beat them. that being said, lately I've been primarily in like the quantum and higher tiers, so I can't really speak for like arcane and lower. Excuse me, I apologize, guys. What I would say though is don't let that stop you. Like, I maybe wouldn't go crazy with your resources ranking up to 6 stars because you're going to start getting 7 stars faster and faster. So just make sure you're ranking up like the 6 stars who are going to be really helpful to you in a variety of places or what have you. But I would think you would have some pretty good success with them in like, I hate saying a certain tier because I don't know. You might be running into massive whale decks in like arcane. But I would go and do that, and then that will help you get better about it. Like if you think about it, like in baseball, you know, at least again back in my day, said that phrase way too many times today. You know, the on deck hitter would put a donut. It was called a donut. It was basically a weighted thing that you put on your bat, and you would swing that while you're warming up, and you would often time it with the pitches of the person that was pitching for the person that was at bat. I'm trying to figure out what this thing is. Oh wow, it starts right away. Okay, so I got to get them above bar power. I might not live through this anyway. Yeah, my fault for pausing it then. And so the whole concept was when you then went up to bat, your when you got up to face the pitcher, your bat would feel so light because you've now removed, you know, the 2 to 3 pounds or whatever it was on the bat, the donut. And so I would suggest you play Battlegrounds, take it seriously, have fun. You know, Battlegrounds can be pretty tilting, of course. Have fun, and then when you do get 7 stars, you start ranking them up to rank 3 and rank 4. You're gonna feel like, holy crap, this got so much easier. And I didn't even tell you the reason why it was so timely that you're asking this. Is you know, on the general tier list that we've started creating, where we've now moved into a PvE centered one, or you know, influence, let's call it, and one that's PvP. We're rating the 6-star lock champions on the PvP one as if they were 7s. We started that in December, and it was brought up like, I don't know if this is a good idea because people probably aren't using 6 stars in like competitive PvP anyways. And the reason why I stuck with it was some people are, and they're interested in PvP. And I think one of the reasons we started doing it was for folks to know, hey, should I still be ranking up this 6-star? Like, how are they in relation to other champions as like when you're not considering star variety? And so it's kind of cool for me to see your question come up. So thank you. When the attacker completes a 5-hit combo, both champions are afflicted with power sting debuff for 8 seconds. When either champion uses a special attack, they receive. Okay. I think I actually don't want that. Yeah, you got it, Ryan. Let us know if you have any other questions, bud. And then I go ahead and do a 5-hit combo. I think I might need to actually ramp her. Let's get started. Let's do it, Dan. Did you get him too? It sounds like you're saying you're done. Sorry that I'm super late. How's it going? Ah, dude, warrior. You arrived precisely when you intended, and I'm happy you're here. How's it going? It's going great, dude. It's going great. We've had a lot of fun. We've had deep conversation today. This is gonna be a funny one. No, I don't. It's not funny. It's gonna be interesting because this is the first one. I finally learned how to have my Twitch stream stay up as video on demand, which apparently is one of the things you I think I understand. It's one of the things you need to do to go from affiliate to partner. I think, I don't know. And I would have had it set up that way from the beginning. I just didn't know, as I still learn. And we've had some deep conversations. I think people who do watch it are going to be like, whoa, are all the streams like this? Which will be good. It'll be good. They'll know. Well, the defender base attack. Okay, I think we're fine. Okay, I think we're fine. We've fought a lot of Heimdall, so I think it would only be appropriate to continue with that. I'm not looking forward to fighting Black Panther or Mr. Negative. I think this will be okay. This also looks fine. I don't love that one, but I don't really want to fight Misty Knight either. I'm a little scared, dude. She gets me with her evade and all that. Shiny Rhino secured. Congratulations. Bro, I'm fighting Max R4s and Vibranium, much less Gladiators. Really? I was wondering, especially after Banquet, if it had gotten to that point. I just got my Star-Lord, and I am very disappointed. It's not instantly a rank 5 when blocked. Can you recap your hacks before the end? Absolutely. But what I'll do you one even better here, Debaser, is I did everything based on MCoC Noob's Guide. I highly recommend, I'm sure you're already subscribed, but if you're not, go subscribe to him. Phenomenal guides on like literally everything. And did great guide on this. But yeah, I'm happy to show for sure. That there was something about that Wanda that concerned me. So I think, despite everything I said, I'm going to fight this tonight, and we'll use Okoye to try to shut off the evade. Congratulations, Juki. That's awesome. I was getting a little worried it was going to push her 3 bars. Star-Lord and Rhino in the bag. Oh, so is that why everyone's getting Rhino? It's because of the objective? That'll be fun to start seeing him in Battlegrounds all the time. I'm really looking forward to that. Are you using one of your million skill gems on Star? Yeah, I think we will, dude. I think we will. Here's the hacks. I'm just showing it because I know me, I'll probably end up forgetting, and it's not intentional. But again, I could not recommend more going to Noob, hitting subscribe, watching the whole video, and then doing it for everything. Like, you know, I put out guides on stuff. My guides are like, hey, I did this quickly. I got it out for those of you who want to do it like now, and I'm going to give you my advice. His guides are like, would you like to know literally everything you could possibly wonder about this and get through it exceptionally well? He's amazing. Really amazing. But the yada. Okay, cool. Looks like we're good. Oh yeah, everyone's getting their shiny Rhino. That's cool, man. I really hope I probably have too high of hopes for the stream on Friday. Meaning, like, I realized how that sounded. It wasn't meant sarcastically or meanly. I think I'm probably hoping for more than they could possibly put into the stream. But, like, I'm hoping to learn so much of the stuff that I was hoping to learn at the end of last year. But I understood for a variety of reasons. They couldn't do it all. But, like, we got Ascension news, man. I would like to learn more about what they're doing with the first edition champions. I was pretty excited. Whoa, where'd she get the power from? I was pretty excited about the concept of them. So I'm hoping we can get some news on like how we're gonna be able to show them off better, man. That's one of the reasons they're exciting, is so you can show them off in your profile and rep your favorite champion and stuff, right? Like I'm saying, I think we should get profile pictures for Coliseum. You know, like if you use a champion you love and you're like, I don't know, you hit a certain amount of bars, like 15 bars with, like, listen, if I could get a cool ass profile picture of Mr. Knight for hitting 15 bars in this last Coliseum, I would still be trying because I like Mr. Knight and he was pretty good for it, but I stopped at 13 because, you know, I was like, oh, 13's pretty good. So I think that would be really cool. And so I'd like to learn, I hope we learn more about that. I think I already said Ascension, right? With the top, those 30 champions, we're owed that 30, man. We're owed that 30. I understand. I want to work with Kabam and be patient, that they're figuring stuff out as they go, which I get, slice service, you know, but it's time. It's time for us to know. They said it. It's not like I set the deadline myself either. They said January. Lazarus. I always forget how this word works. The defender begins the fight with 5 Lazarus charges. When they would be knocked out, a charge is consumed to heal them to 100%. When every 20 hits, an attacker's common meter removes 1. Every 20, that's going to be a lot. This could get ugly, boys. Oh well. It is what it is. And by could get ugly, I mean it is absolutely definitely going to get ugly. What the hell? Why is he gaining so much power? What did I miss? This is bad. This feels like a run-ender. What did I miss? I missed something. What did I miss? What am I? Is it the conflictor? I thought they had to be damaging debuffs. Shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna kill off Okoye and then just revive the whole team. I didn't realize it was any debuffs. I truly thought it was any. That's why I was just bewildered. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Thanks. You know what? I mean, might as well just go whole ham. Is her ensnare turning off the node? Like, why did he never go to 3 bars of power? Okoye gets the revenge she so badly wanted in that movie. Why did he not go to 3 bars of power? You know what? I think it's better that I never do understand what the hell happened on that node. I think I'm just going to go on and just live a happy little life of being completely ignorant of whatever just transpired. I have no idea why. And it happened multiple times. Let's just who knows? Who knows? Who the hell knows, man? It was like in the early days where they're like before the special 3 is activated. Whatever. She turns off polka dot power and BGs at times right now too. But it was like he gained no power. Work. Like from my perspective, it looked like even if I hit him, it didn't like it was all power. Yeah, it was. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. I ain't gonna look. Was it look the gift horse in the mouth? Talk about phrases I have trouble saying properly. Okay. I think the game's just being kind to me, honestly. This is the second time this has happened. I need more coffee. What time is it? Oh, yeah. Well, it is what it is. No, I'm not gonna try to finish off Ultron with the Koye. None of us wants to be here for 8 hours. 8 stars in 2027? Nah, I think a lot longer. I think this is all just, you asked the question. So, I think, honestly, I think Kabam, I don't know if you remember this. 2025 was not on its way to being a stellar year. And I think Ascension was possibly like the great idea save to help prolong the game for a really long time. And I think avoiding 8 stars was part of it. Yeah, 8 stars. Yeah, I want to make sure I didn't misspeak again. Striking the defender with a basic attack inflicts a 50-second whiplash on the attacker, which deals 75% of the defender's attack when it expires. Intercepting the defender's dash refreshes all of on the attacker. Knocking them down with special. Okay. Actually, we might try this with Okoye. We're going to give this a go. I want to see if we can get this done. Look at her go, dude. Look at the demon go. Nothing can stop her now. Dude, that was cool. That was fun. And I forgot, it wasn't Ultron, it was Nebula who's shocking me. That's who it was earlier in the run. That was awesome, man. Look at Okoye kicking ass. She's so awesome. Love her in the MCU too. I'm glad they brought her to the game. I remember fighting Null with Killmonger. He started the fight with 3 bars. Gains 15% of missing power each time a debuff is inflicted against him. So that would make sense for keeping him off of the 3rd bar. I totally am with you. But was he getting no combat power either? That's where I was even more just like bewildered by what we were seeing. We'll never know. We will never know. It'll be a mystery of the game. You know what? One thing that I think has not gotten the attention, I literally just thought of it now, with the whole like, oh, we got to run this twice, is, dude, we get these rewards twice. That's pretty cool. Like, I'm all for that. I just want to confirm that I can conclude the incursions now. I still need to go defeat. I'm not going to be getting Rhino today. I don't. Not that I think any of you are that like. I don't think you guys were sticking around till I got Rhino. Maybe you were, and I'm sorry if you were. So I think we can conclude this. I just, because of the way that it is, I don't feel totally comfortable with that. So let's go and Gino, what's up, dude? Yeah, those are like the 1-2 gems, dude. The Nagase covered that in his video too, about like how valuable 1-2 gems are now. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Okay, so let's go to the store and get our. No, not that. Where's Star-Lord? There he is. I look, everything aside, like no matter what I end up saying about Star-Lord, the actual character, I don't know. I like having a chase champion like this. I like that it was in the game. I know there's some people who aren't a fan that like they had to do different modes. I respect that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying someone like me who's obviously pretty involved in the game. Like I think it's pretty clear. I actually enjoyed this. Like, and I thought these incursions were actually. I think getting to stream it probably changes things a little bit, but I had fun. And I think I'm gonna try to. I think that's separate than the character themselves, like how good he actually is. But I did want to at least say that, publicly here, get that on a stream or something. Like, this is cool. I'm looking forward to the rest of this chase. Yeah. What about you guys? Got to see everyone getting Star-Lord. That's yeah, Chucky. Like we're feeling similar. Crouch Rhino's going to be a good defender. How good is yet to be seen, but Rhino's going to be a good defender. I don't think he's going to be a good attacker. I tested him and he's fun. The swiping around, like striping back and forth, is enjoyable. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I don't see a future for him in the attacking circuit unless there's something he does. It's just really asked for. Shoot, man. I just want to make sure that if I get lucky and we get Blue Marvel or M'Baku, I'm able to take them up to rank 3 right away. So yeah, I can try to replenish my skill cats. Yeah, we can do this. I want to save that generic. I guess if I needed to, I could use a generic on them too. So let's take them up to rank 3 and let's take them out for a little spin. And kind of like you're saying, like even if it's just nostalgia of playing him a little bit, I will feel that. I was hyped when I was expecting. I was not expecting the Stella Forge at all. I was expecting the Deathless because of that one relic. And so when they both did not announce Deathless and did announce Stellar Forge, I was really excited for it. I was like, dude, I did not see that coming. I love that I was wrong. This is awesome. So I'm coming in this with maybe almost too much hype. I might be deflated. And I know he's not. I know he's not a champion that I'm probably going to use on a daily basis, which I will admit is a little stinky. I don't love that, but where is he? Where's my boy? Oh, I should probably put a relic on him and do the stat focus. What does he do? He's a ramp champion. He's got the combo wave, so probably crit stat focus. Where is he? I'm gonna assume crit. If you guys have something, something different, let me know. But I'm gonna go crit for now. He's almost never gonna see the defensive end of things. Let's remember his kit real fast. A fractured power bar, the hitting following a critical hit doesn't change combat power rate. Okay, so yeah, crit. The duration of Starlight's effects. Okay, start the fight. He does have this combo manipulation, which, you know, we're seeing more and more. It's not manipulation, advanced combo. Ooh, you guys couldn't hear that, but my shoulder is popped. You should get precision. Oh, maybe I don't need crit. Maybe it's crit damage rating. Yeah, we'll awaken him for sure. It is fun getting these champs. I don't think the natural awakening is going to come in game soon. But they did make it seem like it's coming. We covered that on one of the news videos. Hey, what's up, Depression Cheeto? Does Rhino need the dupe for defense? We can take a look. I don't think so. All right. Let's just put a relic on him. This will just take a second. Yeah, his kit, he doesn't seem like your champion that, I mean, you could use him day in, day out, but I didn't mean to hit that. In fact, actually, I'm going to reset the game. I'm surprised it actually did not struggle more than it did. We're almost there. Actually, I'm not even sure why I do that. It's not like there's something on my phone that you guys can't see. It's weird. I never really thought about that before. All right, let's go to special quests. I'm going to go to Realm. We need more catch-up mechanics for Deathless. I think we need so I understand why Kabam. I think I understand why Kabam doesn't do these things. That being said, yeah, as a player, like I would prefer. So wait, I just switched his gun. I mean, these crits are big numbers, like, already. Was that 71,000? The big numbers are big, that's for sure. And I know I'm not playing him. I'm not optimized playing him at all. I fully understand that. I just kind of wanted to play him. My college campus has been closed for an entire week due to the big winter storm. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I heard it's obviously bad, really, really bad. Wait a minute, is it normal? It requires three tier four aloe to rank up a 6-star to R2. Wait, that doesn't seem right. I'll admit I'm not. I've never been totally good with the rank up resources for relics. It's like one of those things. I'm constantly thinking, oh, I'm going to get to it, and then something else comes up in the game that feels more pertinent or timely. Um, what's the sig ability? Okay, so yeah, because the crits were so much larger than the basic hits, which is normal for most champions, but it seemed even more in his case extreme. That the awakened ability, if you're using him, feels like you're really gonna want that because you're gonna want those precisions during Star Lord special attacks. He takes. Oh, this is the recoil and the power sting thing. Still only goes to 75%, which is weird. Sig is useless. I don't know. I think maybe the precision buff's expiring slowly. I want to play him a bit more. I will admit, guys. The first 40 minutes of streaming and the mode not being up did not help. But we've streamed. I've gone over. I'll stay up a little later tonight, get work done, which is fine. I'm happy to do it. We had a great time. So I'm not going to be able to stay and test Starlord like I had hoped. I apologize for that. Make sure you watch Grass and Noob's videos on Starlord. They both did phenomenal videos on him. I'm going to actually go have lunch and rewatch them both so I can get a better understanding on him and kind of test him out. Been testing him. This fastest fight I did was 48 Captain Marvel. The thing is, too, especially with that whole like well-timed special thing, it's like similar to an intercept. It's the first time we're seeing the well-timed verbiage on a special, I think. I'm pretty sure. Is Realm of Legends AI is not the best for that. But I know it's a good place to test like pure damage. So I get what you're saying. I'm just wondering if it can like go increased. Jay, is that with the rank 3 or rank 4 champion? Oh, and I said I would check the SIG on Rhino. Where is Rhino? Where is he? I don't have my Rhino yet. I'll get him soon, I'm sure. Green critical resistance to 50% of physical penetration, while at 15 personal physical resistance making contact with the opponent pauses each. Okay. Yeah, I think actually you are going to want him awakened for maximum defensive power. Does anyone feel differently on that? But I think that's it because his breach is part of. I think his breach is like what causes him to go through well-timed blocks, if I remember correctly. As a defender, he inflicts a breach debuff for 2 seconds. Breach incoming attacks can only. Oh, while breach incoming attacks can only be well-timed blocked. Yeah. I'm sorry I can't give you a definitive answer because I don't have hands-on experience, obviously. I also have been banning any rhinos I see. Are you still here, Travel? If you're still here, let me know. His save will be pretty big for him with the crit resist. That's what I was thinking too. Like it feels to me like you're going to want if you're going to be running him as a defender in competitive tiers, whatever competitive is for you, right? I think you're going to want him awakened and probably at high sig. And I think the rhinos I've seen have been at high sig, like even in testing videos and stuff. Yeah, that's what we're saying. Max Rampy was hitting 20k basics. Jay, is that for rank 3 or rank? After testing, I didn't take in rank 3. Okay, so you're doing a rank 3. Been testing Star-Lord being a long form content champ makes so much sense. It does. Because that's what the original Star-Lord was back in the day. Him not being BD isn't a big deal. Yeah, I mean it's not to you. I also think that there's just this really huge gray area, or not gray area, space in between being a ramp up long form champ and being a BG's champ that has a lot to do with utility that at the moment I would like to have seen. And that's that spot I try to hit with my channel is like, we play BGs, we take it seriously. I'm extremely happy with like a Mysterium finish. Like if I'm in the top 1,000 of literally anything in the world, that's pretty good for me. And as a result, like not lose the rest of the game being Coliseum and Longform and Alliance War and all that. So yeah. Yeah, but the thing is where our long form content is game that don't require at least some sort of utility. Let's see. Let's see him in Coliseum when he's a possible candidate. Going to find out tomorrow if Undupe is worth anything. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm exhausted. I need to eat. I didn't plan to stream this long. I'm going to do one Battlegrounds match, and if I see a Rhino, I won't ban them, and I'll do everything I can to face them, so we can see. It'll be fun. Let's have fun. Let's go out on a bang. Great stream, Vega. I'm off. Hey, thanks, Slash again. Thank you so much for being here, bud. Tomorrow's stream goes well too. I'll be able to join. Yeah. I'll be here. We'll do the watch party together, and then I'll schedule at least an hour after the Kabam live stream, unless something comes up for me personally. But we'll do at least one more hour after the Kabam live stream to help people get their drops, and of course I'm hoping to get follows and all that stuff to build the channel more. The Twitch channel. So let's see if I see a Rhino. I would have liked to, yeah, that's where I'm kind of on Aviators. Like, yeah. We'll see though. Like, there's so much of these things we just don't know how it's going to play out. I know what I would have liked, and I'm with you on that. No Rhino. Sorry, bud. I my sense is kind of like what Work was saying on the other side, and just reading the kit. You're gonna want, again, for whatever competitive is for you, you're probably gonna want him at a high sig. Just the way the kit works out. Yeah, have a great one, Chuki. Yeah, Jay, I went through that myself too, because I was hyped for Star-Lord himself, and I was very excited for Star-Lord himself and for the chase, and then I saw the kit, and I was like, "Ooh, if the damage is enough," but man, there's not a lot of utility here. So, yeah. I am not getting the champions I want. That's a little better. We went way over today. We had fun though. We had a good time. That's what it's about. But I do not think there will be a video on my YouTube channel tomorrow morning. I am pretty certain of it, in fact. I'm having trouble even remembering what the meta is, to be honest. All right. That's a good point too about a potential burst damage with damage caps and whatnot. I spent half the stream fight. That's not true. It was more like 75% of the stream. The fight took forever, dude. I remember I was like, please just end. God, why will this not end? Should we start over? I wonder if it would take longer if we started over, if I continue this fight. huh, this is interesting. Like that was like literally bouncing back and forth in my head while we were doing that. Oh my god, this is the longest fight in the history. I didn't mean to do that. Stupid node, I hate this node. Why? Oh my god, that was such a nice fight too. There's no reason to have to throw that. Morning, what's up, Sanskrit? How you doing, man? Yeah, Hurt Locker. Looks like we good for us. We deserve that. I'm gonna convince myself later that like I deserved that. You guys help me think of a reason why I deserved it. That'd be helpful, but I don't need a reason, I guess. Oh man, just absolute nonsense over here. You get Nick Fury. Ghost Runner. I think that was only like a rank 2 thing or something like that. Um, and I was wondering, yeah, it's only a rank 2. I don't know. I don't know if Wolf will trigger protection against a high sig thing um, with the SB2 or not. So I don't think this is a good test of it, to be honest. So look for the footage of that. I did put out a short this morning on a fight Wolf did against a Red Skull. It was just nasty, dude. It was fun too. And I'm sure you'll see more shorts from me or videos from me with Wolf in this meta, and I'm sure you'll see it from other content creators too. But if you're interested in the Wolf versus Thing matchup, I actually can't tell you if it's a viable one for a high sig thing. If anyone knows, let us know. But let us know. Yeah, the thing is, but Askea. Seriously, check out the short I put out this morning. It's against a rank 4 Red Skull. I think the fight took 26 seconds. 26 seconds. Wolf is just nasty in this meta, man. Just absolute nasty stuff. It's really cool to see as someone who really enjoys Wolf. Let's go ahead and get y'all onto some other. Let's raid people. Sometimes I forget to do it, but not today. We'll do the YouTube side first. Barrow and McLinks are streaming right now. Neither of them really need raids at all, but let's go ahead and raid Barrow. If you guys don't mind, please let him know. If you guys are gonna go over and watch Barrow, please let him know that I got to get to work. I'll probably try to put him on a little bit while I'm having lunch here. But I think there was something else I said I was going to do while I was having lunch, and I've already forgotten whatever it was. But let him know I say hello. Obviously, a phenomenal streamer, phenomenal Battlegrounds player. And then let's raid on the Twitch side. It's probably going to be the same people. It's again Mick Links. I know we rated him yesterday. If you guys were here, you know, a phenomenal player, really entertaining. He does speak. It's in Portuguese. He's Brazilian. But if you guys could go, just let him know. Give him a hello, that sort of thing. I would appreciate it very, very much. I appreciate all you hanging out. I appreciate the conversation we had today. It was a lot of fun. And like I said, I will be live tomorrow for a watch party of the stream. Hopefully, find a lot of cool stuff, and then we'll stream a little bit afterwards. If there's no drops, we'll still do it for hang out and have a good time. And if there's drops, let's get them drops, man. I want them to. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.